Memphis Grizzlies, Philadelphia 76ers about to meet for the second and final time this season. Sixers won the first meeting back in February. The Toyota starting lineups: Andre Iguodala, the all-everything; Sam Dalembert out of Seton Hall, and Memphis product Thaddeus Young by way of Georgia Tech; Willie Green and Andre Miller in his 10th season out of Utah. The starting five for the Philadelphia 76ers. Tony DeLeo taking over from Maurice Cheeks. DeLeo's been with the organization for 19 seasons, the executive vice president and assistant general manager. He's been an assistant coach, so he's been on the bench. He knows what it is all about, and he's trying to lead the Sixers into the playoffs right now. They are 7th in the Eastern Conference at 29-30. For the Memphis Grizzlies, here's how they will line up. They'll go with Rudy Gay, who did not play in the first meeting between these two teams off a big game against the Clippers. Marc Gasol, a double-double as well, along with Darrell Arthur. O.J. Mayo, the only Grizzly to start every game this season, alongside Mike Conley for Lionel Hollins, who is won 5 and lost 12 since taking over from Marc Ivoroni. Now, Sean, if folks were watching, they saw that Mike Conley took an elbow from Baron Davis, fractured a tooth. You talked to him a moment ago as we give you the 3 officials as assigned by the NBA. It'll be Sean Corbin, 38 playoff games; Eric Dahlen in his rookie NBA season; Gary Zielinski is in his 8th season after 4 in the WNBA. But you talked with Mike Conley about the repair done to that front tooth. What did he tell you?
Well, talked to him a little bit, of course, on the flight home, and then again today, kind of get a pre and post reaction from him. And he's really doing good. And the thing that Mike hates is using a mouthpiece, and he's never worn one before. And I said, look, don't spit it out like Mike Miller. He drove us crazy. Well, the key, though, is that they kept the tooth. You can see right there, just caught a flying elbow, unintentional. And he said they used the original tooth, put it back in, did the whole, you know, bonding type thing. His teeth are bonding together, kind of like we have to bond on the road. But he says he's really doing well, but he is going to wear a mouthpiece. You know, these days, though, Pete, a lot of people wear mouthpieces because it's the greatest deterrent to concussion.
Right.
And so, you know, he fought it as long as he could. He says he has a hard time breathing with a mouthpiece in, but they've done great things with mouthpieces these days. They fit him so well, and I think he's going to be fine. But he was in good spirits, and I think he was excited that, you know, the original two stayed in, and he's ready to play. Mike was playing good basketball before, and I'd be surprised if he doesn't play well tonight. Now, here's the problem. He's playing against a great guard. Watch how Andre Miller backs you down. A lot of guards face you. Let's say Allen Iverson. They face you and they try to break you down off the dribble. Andre Miller, he closes the gap, and then he turns his back to you, and then he backs you down. So what you want to do is guard Andre Miller as far away from the basket as possible, so it's a further backward pedal on his part, and you can get help. If you let him get to about 17 and he turns around, well, then he's too physical. He gets you down, and he handles the ball well, gets the ball off the glass. So I think the key for Mike Conley against a big physical player like Andre Miller is to pick him up as high as he can and make Andre Miller make his move from about 25 to 30 feet as opposed to, say, 15 to 18 feet.
Sixers have lost their last 2 and 6 of their last 8, but the 2 wins during that stretch have both been on the road. Victories at New York and at Washington. Glad you're with us on Sports South. Memphis Grizzlies, Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers wearing their alternate road uniform, wearing black tonight. Marc Gasol, 3 double-doubles in the last 5. Up, under against Dalembert, and in it goes.
Well, if we're going to have another one of these nights, it'll be a lot of fun, because in the Clippers game, Marc just threw the ball up and started running the other way because he knew it was going in. That was a tough shot he just did. Dalembert blocks everything.
Yeah, almost 2 blocks a game for Dalembert. There's a lob for Thaddeus Young, knocked away by Gasol.
Good help by Marc Gasol, came off of his man. You know, Dalembert, who's a very good player, you can help off of him because, you know, he's better around the basket. That's a good clean play by Marc also. So it's good that Marc comes off of Dalembert. Dalembert's a nice player, but from 18, he's not really going to hurt you.
Bad pass. Iguodala stolen by Conley. 3-on-2. Mike in the middle to the cup, lays it up and lays it in.
Real good play, Mike. Got one now under his belt. Got to feel good about it.
And the Grizzlies, who had, or I should say more correctly, were credited with only 2 fast break points in the 2 games in LA, have 2 fast break points already. Important to note because that's Philadelphia's game. And in fact, in the first meeting, the Sixers outscored the Grizzlies 19-2 in fast break points. Foul on Darrell Arthur. Meanwhile, Conley, steal, scoop, score. Grizzly 4-point lead.
Good job. They split the two defenders. Thaddeus Young at the free throw line. Pete, I talked about Thaddeus' daddy's from New Orleans. Played at a high school called Holy Cross High School, which 1850 was a boarding school. Went all the way 150 plus years. Actually, 55 to 60 was coached by Ed Skeets Toohey. But if you looked on television at the Katrina where the canal broke, that was Holy Cross High School.
Okay.
So it's no longer Holy Cross High School. 160 years they have to move now. They closed the existing place because literally Katrina Dam broke at Holy Cross High School.
Wow. Young with a pair of free throw makes. Product of Mitchell High School here in Memphis. Winning a AA state title during his tenure there. 1 year at Georgia Tech. Gay on the post-up against Iguodala. 7 to shoot. Rudy a turn and gun that dances, and it's tipped in by Darrell Arthur. And a late call by Sean Corbin for basket interference. The furthest away from the play, and Corbin makes the call, and Lionel Hollins looks to the Jumbotron. And
let's take a look here. I thought it had another chance to bounce and maybe go in, but it's a good angle. Well, here's the view. That's a great view here, guys.
Well, you know what?
It's not the worst call I've ever seen.
Letter of the law, that's correct. Any part of the ball in the cylinder, it's goaltending. And Willie Green lights it up from outside. Green averaging only 8.5 a game, but he started the last 37 for the Sixers. Sixers got off to a slow start with Maurice Cheeks, and Ed Stefanski, the general manager, made a change, asking his assistant, Tony DeLeo, to step to the 4 on the bench. Darrell Arthur has a clean look, but left it short, maybe a little too wide open for Darrell, who has shot the ball very well as of late. 70% over the last half dozen games. And a foul on Mike Conley.
Well, we didn't talk at all about Green in our Grizzlies Live pregame show, and he's tough to leave out because of his physical presence. He's really an O.J. Mayo kind of guy. They're both about the same height. But this guy here is just a physical specimen. Can run, plays really good defense. I think of all the people that have the toughest matchup tonight, it's O.J. against Green, because Green's one of those guys who's single-minded, too. He's going to focus in on who he's guarding. He's not going to help out a lot. And it's not going to leave a lot of open shots for O.J. So let's monitor O.J.'s game, because this is a tough matchup tonight.
Now, Green averaged a career best 12.5 a year ago, down to only 8.5 this season, and Lou Williams will come off the bench, and he's been their most reliable 6-man, averaging better than 12 a game. So 2 free throws down and 6 straight by the Sixers to take the 6-4 lead. Neither team averages more than 100 points per game. Iguodala with the steal. Pick Rudy's pocket. Seeing eye bounce pass to Thaddeus Young. Iguodala loses it to Conley. Grizzlies back the other way in force. O.J. with the pull-up. Grizzlies start 2 of 4. Iguodala for 3. Andre Iguodala has now hit 5 of his last 10 from downtown. For the season, only 30%, but has found a soft spot from 3. Mayo against Green, and on the entry pass, Dallenberg with a foul. Sam Dallenberg in his 7th season from Seton Hall.
Well, one person we did talk about in the Grizzlies Live is this guy right here, because he's a player. He's an all-star. He's their team leader. He's kind of a quiet guy. He's not the in-your-face kind of leader, but the Sixers have a lot of, I mean, Thaddeus is like that, and obviously Andre Miller's like that. A lot of quiet leaders on this team.
Conley. Darrell Arthur goaltending, scored for Darrell Arthur.
I think Darrell's biggest asset, first of all, he's got a nice little jumper, but he's the quickest off his feet. Doesn't have to fake the ball, because watch how quick he goes. Whoop. See how he just beats people to the height? It's hard to do. A lot of people have to gather themselves, do the big arm swing. Well, he's like a pogo stick, straight up.
Green got by O.J. Mayo, and then missed connections with Thaddeus Young.
That's just a bad pass. Good help that time by the Grizzlies on defense. Got to find some way to get O.J. a shot. But this is the matchup that scares me, because if Green goes out, boy, you got to keep OJ in. Let him get some shots, because Green's a good defender.
Grizzlies beating the Clippers on Wednesday 118-95 behind 20, 8 rebounds and 10 assists for Marc Gasol. Gasol was 7 to shoot. Dallenberg all over him. Dallenberg rakes at it. Gasol picks it up, 3 to shoot. Give back to Rudy in the lane. Beats the buzzer, can't get it to fall. Durrell, yes, and he's fouled. Durrell Arthur working hard. The Sixers are the second best offensive rebounding team in the league, and Durrell Arthur demonstrating that he can get it done on the offensive glass as well.
Well, this is just a will play. That means he just willed it up there. Well, I think he got through 2 guys. Again, he doesn't have to fake, because Durrell, see how he gets ahead of it? I don't know how you teach that or how that ever comes about, but when you're higher than people and you're not the tallest guy, it just means you jump quicker than people.
Durrell Arthur has scored 5 straight for the Grizzlies. He averages 6. But really, since Lionel Hollins has been here, his game has really taken off. Green with a fadeaway fills it up. I thought it was an interesting comment that Rob Fisher elicited from Lionel Hollins. He said, what does Durrell need to work on? And Lionel was pretty blunt. He said, yeah, pretty much everything.
You start marking it, that's a nice move.
That's a great move by Rudy Gay. That's what the Grizzlies need from Rudy Gay. Not starting the offense at 25 feet from the bucket, but taking it in the lane. Grizzlies already 10 of their 11 points in the paint. Iguodala against Rudy Gay. That's a good matchup. And Iguodala off a season-high 30 against New Orleans on Monday night. Dallenberg with a members bounce. Sixers haven't played since Monday night. They lost to New Orleans 98-91. Mike Conley.
Yeah, Philadelphia, if you remember, is a team that goes behind all picks. And so you just need to keep making your screens lower and lower. So if they go under the pick, then you have a 17-footer, and that's exactly what happened. Great finish, though, by Mike Conley. Here comes Green. He's ready to play tonight. Knocked
away. Durrell with the ball. And Rudy Gay, not sure if he got poked in the eye. He's slow to come to front court. Gasol, good move against Dallenberg. Dallenberg had him in a bear hug, and there was no call. Oh, my goodness. If you can use 2 hands like that defensively, the Grizzlies need to teach that as a defensive tactic. It's really effective. 6:20 to play, and Andre Miller slips inside. That would have been 2 on Dallenberg, and
it's a key miss. You're exactly right.
I mean, that wasn't even close. That was a bear hug, and Conley rings the bell on the other end to level the score at 15. Mike with 6 on 3 for 3 shooting.
All right, a little cold water. I'll sprinkle it on you here. You got a little upset there early. I'm with you. I'm 100% behind you.
Oh, boy, and look at Andre Miller, the up-under, and now you got 2 fouls on Durrell Arthur. 5:51 remaining in a high-scoring first quarter. Sixers. And the Grizzlies tied up in a good one. Mike Conley with 6 early.
It's the AutoZone Rewards Card, and it's free to every AutoZone customer. It's simple. The more you shop at AutoZone, the more rewards you earn. So get your free rewards card today. It's our way of saying we're proud to have you as a customer. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
The hotter the hot, the colder the cold, the greater the demand, the more you need Duralast batteries built to exceed the need.
These are the moments that defy gravity. These are the risk takers that fly with no limits. These are the adrenaline junkies that thrive off big air and extreme action. Soaring to new heights, crashing to new lows. On March 15th, the ultimate match in TNA Wrestling returns. Ultimate X. TNA Wrestling presents Destination X. Live March 15th on DirecTV pay-per-view.
Here at DirecTV, we continue to offer the best television experience possible, including DirecTV Mix channels, which let you get more out of your TV at no extra charge. Give them a try. Tune to channel 102 and stay on top of breaking stories with News Mix. If you're a sports fan, you get your own Mix channel. and you'll get enhanced coverage of major tournaments throughout the year. Just a few examples of how we're making your TV experience unlike any other, all compliments of DirecTV.
The SoCon men's basketball semifinals begin tomorrow at 6 on Sports South.
Sixers with a 2-point lead and possibly a 3-point play. Andre Miller headed to the free throw line. Mike Conley trying to check him, and we bring in Rob Fisher. Rob, you did Get Fit with the Grizzlies in the pregame show. Now you're going to talk dentistry. You're going to have a MD, PhD, something going on here.
Just start calling me the fight doctor. That's fine. We can do that as we go on. Mike Conley is wearing that mouthpieces that you guys pointed out after fracturing his tooth in Los Angeles against the Clippers. I talked to Mike before the game tonight. He is going with the mouthpiece for the first time. Says he doesn't like using it. He said the biggest problem is feels like he's carrying 280 pounds on his shoulder because it's hard to breathe. You just have to get used to breathing. A lot of times he has his mouth closed. Now when you have the mouthpiece, a lot of times feel like you got to keep your mouth open every time you close it. There's so much in there that it's just not comfortable. He said that's the hardest thing to get used to, but it's something he feels like he has to do. It's something these young players learn pretty quickly in their careers, guys. If you remember last year in Boston, Rudy Gay had his tooth knocked out. Rudy had never worn a mouthpiece until that point. Now he wears it consistently every night. He's used to it by now, and I think Mike, it'll just take a little time for him to get used to it, but he said, hey, you got to do it. I don't want to lose any more, guys.
Thank you, Rob. Andre Miller can't convert the three-point play. Grizzlies have hit 7 of their first 11. And the Sixers 6 of their first 8. Conley, of course, had that 15-game streak with double figures. And an offensive foul on Marc Gasol.
Well, Dallenberg's getting the best of the calls right now. And it's critical because he's a key. There's a pushing inside. There's Marc fighting for spots. Yeah. You can see it.
They called the second foul, not the first foul.
Pretty good acting job.
And the Grizzlies 3 turnovers. Gasol his first foul. Dallenberg against Gasol. Wild miss. No reset of the shot clock. Ball didn't hit the rim, but there's another offensive rebound, and that is Philadelphia's calling card. Second in the league in offensive rebounding and 6th in second chance points.
Andre Miller, Mike Conley going at it.
Conley's going to take him inside. Yes, and he's fouled.
Well, these guys are playing a great game. Conley was 3 for 3. Miller was 3 for 3. Now Conley's 4 for 4. 8 points. Here's the key that Mike Conley can do is he's a lefty that just doesn't have to go to his left hand. Watch him turn the corner. And here's the key. If you can shoot right-handed that well, that brings both driving lanes open to you. A lot of guys would have to turn their body if they were lefty and shoot a left-hand spinner. Mike just shoots just like he was right-handed.
And buries the free throw. Wow. Has Mike responded big time? 9 in the first quarter. His season average is 9.3.
You'll knock my tooth out if you're going to play this well. Maybe I'll announce better.
I'd like to see you try announcing with a mouthpiece. There's another offensive rebound by Andre Miller, but can't convert. Grizzlies look for the lead, down 1. Mayo down the lane, a flip up off Hakeem Warwick, who just checked in, puts it back up and in. Now remember that Hack had the big game in Philadelphia, tying his career high with 31, had 8 rebounds, most of those on the offensive glass, and I thought his first 4 field goals were putbacks. And he gets it rolling again tonight. So Darrell Arthur down with 2 fouls. Warwick in the game for him. And Warwick matching up against Thaddeus Young. Green for 3. Long rebound. Dallenberg keeps it alive. Too many offensive rebounds at the moment for the Sixers. They have 3. They're not a good shooting team. Sixers just really have trouble shooting the basketball. Young up, under, lost, and Gasol trying to wrestle it away, and there's a foul on Thaddeus Young. 2 on Young.
You know, Marc Gasol, we take it for granted, but it's really a talent. Whenever he goes up for watch how he goes up for the rebound at the same time with people. He always he's the one who always comes down with it. I don't care if they're 7'8" or 6'8". He'll tip it to himself, or he'll hit it off the backboard, or he'll catch it cleanly. But his timing, his hand-eye coordination for a big guy is usually just a little bit better than the next guy. Now his foot speed sometimes has got to get a little bit better, but if you get him to his hands, he's as good as any center.
Reese Spates in the ball game. Rudy with a turnaround. Rudy gives the Grizzlies a 3-point advantage. 7 straight by Memphis. Miller tries to turn the corner. Cut off by Conley. Up, under, missed it. Blocked by Warwick. Tapped by Conley and saved on the sideline. O.J. taking flight, and he flushes it down. Oh, my goodness. O.J. Mayo serving up the facial on the fast break.
Didn't see that one coming. I thought the layup and might get blocked or fouled. Did not see this one coming, Petey.
9 straight by the Grizzlies, and it's timeout Philly. They're loving it at FedEx Forum. Well, Mike Conley, after Hack knocks it away, and O.J. send it in, young fella.
What is sustainability? It's the foundation of international paper. It's why we partner with organizations worldwide, conserve forest lands, air, water, and soil, and why we sponsor programs like Recycle Memphis. Sustainability? It's what we've been practicing for more than 100 years. International paper, helping sustain a better world for generations.
Mid-South, you can count on Gossett Motor Cars. Family owned and operated, 2 generations strong. Remember, if you want a new ride, we got it. Yeah, we got it. We got it. If you want it, we got it at Gossett. Gossett Motor Cars.
Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies take on Houston tomorrow at 6:30 on Sports South.
Well, Mike Conley's working with a mouthpiece. He also has 9 points here in the first quarter. The Grizzlies, a 9-0 run to take a 24-19 lead. As we remind you, the Grizzlies take on the Rockets tomorrow. Catch all the action right here on Sports South. Grizzlies Live presented by Chuck Hutton Toyota at 5:30 Central. Then a 6 o'clock tip from the Toyota Center in downtown Houston. Grizzlies have taken 2 of the first 3 meetings. Home team has won all 3 ball games. Houston and the Grizzlies first met in the opener way back in October. Rob Fisher, check out what Lionel Hollins had to say about that last offensive possession by O.J. Mayo.
Well, Lionel didn't have much to say about that dunk from O.J. Mayo, but his teammates sure did. O.J. came back to the huddle, and while he was sitting on the bench, he just had this serious look about him, and Greg Buckner hit him on the shoulder and said, hey, O.J., it's okay. You can look at it. You can look up at the Jumbotron. It's fine. Take a look. And then Lionel Hollins came over, and instead of starting with that, he said, hey, we're doing it defensively. We got the block. We got the loose ball. We ran the floor, and that's what happens when we play defense, guys.
Well, exactly right, Rob. Philadelphia has missed its last 6 shots as we go under 3 minutes remaining first quarter. Miller on the post up, high arcer over Hakeem Moore.
See how Miller backs you in. You gotta get him to start that whole process about 10 feet further out.
Iguodala against Rudy Gay. Rudy to the baseline, trying to reverse. Warwick is there and jams it. No! Can't believe he missed it. Obviously, Miller sets up Iguodala for a dunk on the other end. Iguodala with 5 early, 3 assists and 3 rebounds, along with 6 points for Andre Miller. And Miller is a triple-double threat. He's had 1 already this season, along with 6 double-doubles. Gasol, long gun, tried to bank it.
That was poor spacing. Every time the Grizzlies looked up, guys were 3 feet away.
Andre Miller, 10th season out of Utah, had 24 points and 9 assists in the first meeting between these two teams, won by Philadelphia. Green working against O.J. Mayo, 7 to shoot. Dallenberg. I was going to say you will live with an 18-footer from Sam Dallenberg.
He said both of them tonight.
Dallenberg averaging just under or just over 6 points a game. Dallenberg, tell you what, Dallenberg's getting away with murder. Spates stolen by Conley. 4-on-1. OJ, clean look. And the rebound, Dallenberg. Sixers look for the lead, and Iguodala delivers.
They have a timeout occurred. Sixers regroup. Have run off, what, 5 unanswered?
And 9 fast break points. 6 straight by Philadelphia to take the lead 25-24. Gasol has to double clutch and puts it in anyway. And Dallenberg is arguing with Eric Dowling.
Well, I think he was calling for a double dribble, and truth is, Marc didn't look good doing it, but he kept his dribble.
Dallenberg tried to pull the chair on Gasol. Grizzlies force another turnover. Conley banked it. No. Grizzlies have forced 4 turnovers. Spates, yes, and he's fouled. Gasol trying to get out of the way, could not. That's 2 on Marc.
Good job. Watch Miller cut the distance, made somebody pick him up. Good pass by Green. Spates really has been a pleasant surprise. Didn't have the greatest college career, but he was playing with 5 guys who got drafted with him, so it was kind of, you're the 6th guy. Kind of played a little bit that following season and had a nice year, but you just felt he was too young. He played young. Well, his body matured, and his game was obviously a lot more advanced than people think. He's having a very nice rookie year for the Sixers.
8 points, 4 rebounds a game. Had 10 points in the first meeting.
What's helped him is the Sixers have 2 just absolute legitimate centers. You know, Ratliff, obviously, he's just a 5 spot, and so is Dallenberg. So Spates can play a natural 4, which is really his best position.
Shot clock is off, and of course the Sixers without Elton Brand, surgery on February the 9th. They're 16-14 without him. OJ, skip past Marco Yards, checked in, got to beat the clock. And the Grizzlies not able to get a shot away in the waning seconds of the first quarter. A high-scoring first quarter. Both teams 50% plus from the floor. Lots of turnovers, lots of points in the paint, lots of fast break points, lots of excitement. And we've only played 12 minutes. After 1 quarter, Sixers 26, Grizzlies 26. Second quarter, straight ahead on Sports South.
Hey, Ben. Ever wish we could go back to being accountants?
Are you kidding? Being a private investigator is great.
I mean, I love being a master of disguise. 1 minute I'm a
Construction worker, the next I'm an exchange student majoring in Roman lit who plays video games all day.
Plus,
with FedEx Mobile, finding the nearest drop box is easy.
I guess you're right.
It's gonna be a while, kid.
We understand. Business happens everywhere. FedEx.
Well, you're going to need new tires, new shocks.
Just the oil change, please.
Some people are only interested in your money instead of what you really need.
But I don't want the picture phone.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Do you want some pie with that? No, thank you. Cherry pie coming right up. No, I didn't want any pie.
But First Tennessee listens and offers smart advice throughout your financial life. Plus, convenient hours give you more time to get what you need. Because it's your money, and we will go.
Nothing gets you down on the track and into the race like NASCAR Hot Pass. Available in crystal clear HD, DirecTV brings you the most comprehensive race coverage on television with 4 featured driver channels that put you behind the wheel with your favorite drivers. And now, best of all, DirecTV subscribers can experience all the features of NASCAR Hot Pass for free. Compliments of DirecTV. Just another reason we're #1 in customer satisfaction.
Fridays on Fox Movie Channel.
You're watching the home of the Grizzlies, Sports South.
The second quarter of tonight's game is brought to you by Neely's Barbecue. Grizzlies and Sixers engaged in a good one. 27-26, Philadelphia with the lead. Sean, I think it says a lot about your character, what you do after you get popped in the mouth. Well, Mike got popped in the mouth in L.A., got the mouthpiece, got the tooth fixed, and no problem whatsoever. A 9-point first quarter for Mike.
Yeah, great first quarter. What's the old saying? It's not how you get knocked down, it's how you get up. Well, they got up awfully well. I like that he had some success early because then he just went to playing basketball.
Lou Williams, a crossover against Darko Milicic. And the Sixers doing big business in the paint. In fact, both teams scoring at will in close. A 10-2 run for Philadelphia. Grizzlies start the second quarter with Jaric and Mayo on the backcourt. Warwick, Milicic, and Greg Buckner, the front line.
I got it.
Darko Milicic with the bad pass. And it is out of bounds to Philadelphia. And there was plenty of mustard on that. I almost lost a fingernail myself.
How'd you cover?
I appreciate that. That ended up several rows back. 6 turnovers for the Grizzlies. And this was the problem as Lou Williams pitches out. 3-try rimming no. Rebound taken by Darko Milicic to Marco Jaric. 23 turnovers in the first meeting between these two teams. Now, that's what Philadelphia does. They force turnovers. You can't give them any unforced errors. Warwick.
Yeah, Warwick's back to, confidence when he gets it, especially in rhythm. And again, what we talk in rhythm means you catch it and you shoot it all in the natural motion of the play. You don't have to dribble, you don't have to turn around, just catch it and let it fly.
Royale Ivy, Spates, Iguodala, Ratliff, and Lou Williams on the floor for Tony DeLeo's 76ers, who enjoy a 1-point lead. Royale Ivy, awkward looking shot, offensive rebound, Spates, and fouled by Greg Buckner. Remember,
Buck had such a nice game against the Clippers. The first shot he took was about 23 feet, and it went about 37 feet. And then you just went, oh, my goodness. Well, then the next, I guess, 2 or 3 in a row, he just nailed. So maybe it takes a little loosening up. So this will be his loosening up play, and Buck will play good from here on out. Hit a big 3 against the Clippers. Grizzlies were extending the lead. We're up like 10 or 11, but the Clippers kind of were hanging. Boy, he hit a 3, went to 14, and it was over. So not only did he hit a shot, it was a 3-pointer, and it was a big one. Great timing.
Had 10 points. Spates splits the pair, and this was one of the keys to the game. Make more free throws. Grizzlies 2 for 2. The Sixers are 5 of 8. 2-point lead. Mayo in the lane with a floater.
Well, you see that Green's out. Ivy's guarding OJ. I'd give him some time against Ivy, and I'd let him get a bunch of shots off.
Royale Ivy, 6th season out of Texas. This is Williams with it on the baseline and steps out of bounds.
Oh, he was so close to the baseline, he stepped on it. Good defense by OJ. Let's take a look at the feed here. We'll have what a great view this will be. First of all, he walked. Now he walked again.
Up. Well, he never stepped out.
They call walking.
Yeah.
Grizzlies kind of confused. Everybody's looking for the play.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Lou Williams steals and scores.
Williams realizes he's got quickness against Marco, and he's going to do a good job as he's picking the basketball up the full court. By that time, was standing around, didn't know what to do. Now the Grizzlies are into the offense.
Marco for 3. Halfway down. Royale Ivy on the push. Backing up Andre Miller. Ivy 6'4", formerly with the Bucks and with the Atlanta Hawks. Ratliff has been a little bit of everywhere. And Darko Milicic trying to block the shot and avoid the foul. And a timeout taken by the Grizzlies as the Sixers have moved in front 34-30. 7-4 run to start the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers already 11 fast break points as they have been dangerous on the move with the ball.
All right, this is the all-new 09 F-150, numero uno for 32 straight years. But it ain't just about numbers, it's about giving you more. More towing, more payload, and more mileage. So, it shouldn't come as a shock that during Truck Month, we're giving you more truck for your buck. And more bling than a rap video. Oh yeah, the numbers. Drive the 09 F-150 Chrome Edition with $5,000 in total savings. That's $5 grand on Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
Basically, it's about symmetry. I'm good.
Be honest here, man.
Fuck it. I'm good.
My bad. I'm good.
I'm the man! I'm good.
Ready? No.
Men can take anything.
I'm good.
Except the taste of Diet Cola. Until now, Pepsi Max, the first Diet Cola for men.
This is good.
So, who's up for charades? Yes!
Absolutely.
We are. Right?
Come on. Game's on DirecTV in like 10 minutes. Check it out. I can easily set my home DVR to record the game right from here. Bro. Hey, can you feel this?
With DirecTV, you can easily set your home DVR from any cell phone or computer. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
34-30, the 76ers with a 4-point edge on the Grizzlies. Grizzlies play their next 4 on the road beginning tomorrow night in Houston. But when the Grizzlies return home, it's Monday, March 16th. They host the Portland Trail Blazers. 7 o'clock start here at FedEx Forum. For tickets, check out the FedEx Forum box office. Ticketmaster locations, go online at Grizzlies.com or grab the phone and dial them up, 901-888-HOOP for tickets to that one. Brandon Roy, Greg Oden, LaMarcus Aldridge, and a very good Portland club making their first visit to FedEx Forum this season.
Looks like the Sixers are trying to play a zone, but the Grizzlies won't cooperate with their lineup.
And Greg Buckner, operating at the point, is called for a carry. Now, the Grizzlies without Mike Conley or Marco Jaric on the floor, so an unusual lineup. And we did see some of this with Mike Conley injured in Los Angeles, where O.J. Mayo will play a little point guard. There, Buckner was initiating the offense. There's nothing wrong with Mike, but played 11 minutes and is getting a rest, as you would expect. Williams with the delivery to Spates.
Well, Williams is the one that's come in and really given the Sixers some energy. He's done a nice job. Remember the steal he did against Yards right there? There was a drive and dish for an easy layup.
Sixers, their largest lead of the night. Warwick has it knocked away from him. Out of bounds. Grizzlies will keep with 13 on the shot clock. Spates, 6'10", the rookie out of Florida, along with Ratliff. And Ratliff says, wait a second, I'm the elder statesman. I'm one of the all-time leaders in blocks. Don't cut in front of me. Rudy Gay lost Iguodala.
Yeah, that's a good play. The Grizzlies went to the weak side and there was a pick, and I don't think Iguodala realized that there was going to be a pick there. Got some separation. Then Rudy went away from the pick, and Andre didn't have time to get back to Rudy. Rudy hit a bucket.
Williams with a fadeaway, and then Darko taps it out of bounds. Philadelphia does a very good job of initiating their offense from the foul line down.
Got a lot of speed. Williams does a nice job. Obviously, we've talked a lot about how good Andre Miller is and backing people down, and as you say, creating the offense from a very good position. Now, if you're the defensive team, that's exactly what you want to do. You want to make teams start the offense from about 35 feet, because in the passes to go a longer distance, you can recover quicker.
Mike Conley is in. O.J. Mayo is out. So the Grizzlies with a true point guard on the floor. Spates, a long deuce.
He's really turned into a really good player. He's a lot better player this year than he was at Florida last year.
Well, the expectations for him were virtually nil, but without Elton Brand for the rest of the year.
Pete, I'm not sure if he gets in if Elton Brand's here. I mean, we probably wouldn't find out how good he is.
And Warwick on the drive, accepting some body contact, and will be rewarded with free throws.
Because really, you know, Brand's a 35-minute player. Then you've got Thaddeus Young. I mean, I'm not sure Spates would have had the time to show how good he is if Elton Brand hadn't gotten hurt. The truth is, I think if Philadelphia knew how good Spates was, they may not have got Elton Brand. Elton Brand's a great player, but they didn't think they were as a good running team with Elton Brand, and they realized that that's their athleticism is their strength, and Spates is a little bit more athletic out on the open court.
Well, the other thing that the Sixers are missing, and this is something that they will have to address moving forward, is they need someone who can space the floor in terms of a three-point shooter. Warwick missing the second free throw. Offensive rebound, Rudy, and then off the body of Theo Ratliff. The 76ers are dead last, below 32% from downtown. So teams typically will try to pack the lane against the 76ers and dare them to shoot from outside.
Yeah, the Grizzlies have been letting too many points in the paint for a team that doesn't shoot well from the outside. Go ahead and see if they'll beat you from there.
Iguodala checking Rudy Gay. Pass intended for Warwick. Spates knocks it away. Wow, what a pass. Iguodala, and converted by Lou Williams. Lou Williams coming directly to the Sixers from South Gwinnett High School in Georgia. Kick ball there by Williams.
It's a long bounce pass, Pete, but it's the only one that could get through. This is a pretty good angle to watch it at. See, if he throws a straight pass, it gets blocked by Rudy. Williams bobbled it, but again, I think Williams is the guy that's making the difference. 6 points off the bench. Spates with 7 off the bench. Grizzlies have 5. 76ers have, what, 13, 15 points. It's a good bench production by the Sixers.
Rudy Gay down the lane. Thaddeus Young checks back into the ball game. Conley bobbles, and a shot clock violation. You are looking at one of the best teams in the NBA in Philadelphia in terms of forcing turnovers, as Lionel Hollins knows all too well. Sixers are third in forcing turnovers at 16 forced a game, and the Grizzlies have already coughed it up 10 times. And remember, we underlined the 23 turnover number from the last meeting, and that was decisive and certainly a contributing factor in a 4-point loss by the Grizzlies.
So what's a good number for a game? An average number for a game is, say, 17. A good number is 12. So you like to keep it between. Well, right now, the Grizzlies are approaching that high-end number quickly. Again, you know, getting in the paint, good finishing at time by the Sixers. Great assist by Williams. Wow, yeah. Like in his fan club or something.
Yeah, Lou Williams finds Ratliff, and Ratliff, who didn't even play against New Orleans, getting an early call tonight ahead of Reggie Evans, has 4. Warwick and Ratliff with a block, but the foul is not his. It's going to be on Spates. So Warwick will go back to the free throw line.
Well, good job by Hack getting in the paint. Goes up. You can see the hand grab by Spates really wasn't needed. If he'd have gone straight up, his partner had the block. Maybe better communication by Ratliff. This is an interesting Sixers team. There's not a vocal leader. They talk about that. You know, they like Iguodala, but they like somebody to come in here and take charge verbally. It's a very business-like team. They kind of go about their business. They seem to get along well. And they really respond to this coach. Now, Evans is different. He's going to come in and he's going to cause trouble. Watch what Evans does, Pete. This is what I like. When the Sixers score, he immediately picks up the point guard and slows the pace of the game down by making it hard for the point guard to get up the court. He knows he's not going to get a lot of minutes, so he's going to get as much as he can done while he's in. Big body, a little bit more vocal than the rest of the guys on the team.
Just under 3 points, 4.5 rebounds a game, 7th season out of Iowa, Reggie Evans, former Denver Nugget. Big body, big banger, very, very physical. Thaddeus Young on the floor with 2 fouls over Rudy Gay.
Watch Young now. Watch Young. See how he goes right over? See how he goes right over and picks up? Now he's going to make it tough on your point guard.
Yeah, and Royale Ivy has no chance to stay with Mike Conley. None whatsoever.
Boy, Mike turned on some jets, didn't he? That was a good entry pass by Hack. Everybody was fronting him. Evans was fronting Conley, too, and Hack gave Mike a pass where he could go get it.
Conley a game-high 11. Quentin Ross is checked in. 3 try Thaddeus Young. Rebound Gasol. Good outlet pass. Oh, but just beyond Mike Conley. I thought that was going to be right on the money, but through Conley's hands. That's got to be an offensive foul, and it is.
Well, keeping in the Ohio State theme, Mike Conley is no Brian Revitsky.
There you go. Offensive foul, Royale Ivy. Grizzlies, the ball down 7, coming back in after this timeout. Gasol was there, took the contact midway through the second quarter.
King Cotton Meats travel the South to hear from you.
All kids love King Cotton, 'cause King Cotton loves kids. Go Grizzlies!
Try King Cotton, rightly seasoned for the South.
Ashley Furniture Home Store is helping Grizzlies rookie sensation O.J. Mayo prepare for the NBA with the help of professional armchair athlete Paul Johnson.
Nice shot. Orange juice. Look at my hips. Watch my hips. Razzle my dazzle. Come on. Defense. Bring it. Come on.
Ashley Furniture Home Stores welcomes O.J. Mayo to Memphis.
How much speed are you really getting from AT&T? Think about it. Comcast Economy Internet is way faster than dial-up, and right now, it's just $24.95 a month. Serve safely with McAfee Security Suite, and get lots of great broadband features included. Powered by America's leading fiber optic network for TV, phone, and internet. Comcast Economy Internet, now incredibly priced at just $24.95 a month every month. Call 259-1405.
King Cotton Meats travel the South to hear from you.
I love King Cotton. All kids love King Cotton, 'cause King Cotton loves kids. Go Grizzlies!
Try King Cotton, rightly seasoned for the South.
Grizzlies suffering 6 turnovers here in the second quarter, down 7:44-37. A reminder that Monday, March 16th, when the Grizzlies return home to face Portland, there will be a wedding expo. The Grizzlies and Wedding Noir magazine teaming up to host a bridal expo right here at FedEx Forum. Those in attendance will have a chance to meet and greet over 40 top bridal professionals in the Mid-South and see the latest in bridal fashion. Admission $15. That includes both the bridal expo and the Grizzlies and Portland. To purchase tickets, call 601-491-7463 or check out weddingsnoir.com. Well, Sean, those 6 turnovers, that's really the difference. Philadelphia, 8 of 12 in the quarter, and the Grizzlies, 4 of 7 with 6 turnovers. So, you know, you're giving up, 5 shots on goal because you've turned it over 6 times.
And for that reason, the Grizzlies are not cutting into this lead. They're matching baskets, but they're not making ground at all.
Gasol, deep position.
Well, I hope Marc's getting all these highlights, because I'm telling you, he is absolutely unstoppable in the post because it's confidence. I mean, he knows he's got his shot working, so all he wants to do is a chance and a good look at the basket.
Statistically, against the Lakers, a better night than Big Brother Powell. Ratliff runs this one down. And Ratliff with life in the legs despite 14 years in the NBA. He was an all-star in 2001 with the Sixers, did not play due to injury. Jarrell Arthur back on the floor for the Grizzlies. He's got 2 fouls. Gay, Arthur, Gasol, Conley, and Quentin Ross.
Yeah, nobody's got Rudy.
So Rudy will attack.
I didn't know Rudy knew it because he was kind of standing around, and the Sixers were confused. Boy, the Grizzlies got it to the right guy at the right time. It's a good finish that time, but still swapping baskets.
Grizzlies need to get stops. Andre Miller on the bench at the moment, but it really hasn't mattered. Green throws up a wild shot, boarded by Gasol, looking for an outlet opportunity. Here comes Conley. Grizzlies shooting 58%, but down 5 because they've given up 12 points on turnovers. Conley behind the Gasol screen.
Well, again, if you haven't seen the Grizzlies play in a while, you look at old scouting reports, you go under all screens with Mike Conley. I don't think so much anymore. I think Mike sees if you go underneath, he's going to make you pay, especially if it's that 17-foot jumper from the key. He can knock that down all day.
Williams gets the step against Ross. 3 try, Thaddeus Young. That's a brick and a half. Rudy. Young with 2 fouls. Didn't want to pick up a third. It's knocked away from Rudy. Grizzlies ball coming back in, down 3. Andre Miller is in for Royale Ivy.
Well, no one had Rudy. You can see all of a sudden the guy comes out. Ratliff didn't want him. Good job by Rudy, taking guys right between the defender, and good finish.
Gasol against Ratliff, and Ratliff popped him in the mouth.
Foul number 15. Theo Ratliff is first.
That's his first, 3rd foul on the Sixers.
Watch the Pop right up.
And Marc was willing to go right on playing.
He's a tough one. He's a real tough one. Grizzlies have to find ways, and you mentioned earlier, Pete, got to make stops. Last time the Sixers didn't score, but it was more of a missed shot than it was a stop. Stop means you either get a steal, a deflection, or a guy has to force up a 25-footer. Missing a layup doesn't really count.
Thaddeus Young checks out, only 1 of 6 from the floor. Iguodala returns. Miller with the double team against Rudy Gay, and Mike Conley buries the triple. An 11-2 run by the Grizzlies to knot the game at 46. First three-point strike for the Grizzlies tonight. Mike Conley's season high is 18. He has 16 in the first half. Ross against Andre Miller. Double clutches. Rudy with a rebound. Grizzlies look for the lead. Under 3 to play in the first half. Gasol, Darrell Arthur. Tight quarters and wasn't quite sure where to go with it. Williams on the other end. Evans is fouled and will go to the free throw line.
Well, good hustle that time, back on defense by all the Grizzlies. Rudy got the block, and they're going to probably call the foul on Darrell Arthur. Unfortunately, that'll be Darrell's third.
So Darrell Arthur with 3 fouls. Reggie Evans, a 61%er from the free throw line. And Rudy got it on the way up. No goaltending call, but Evans to the line.
Some say cockroaches would be the only ones to survive if the world came to an end. We beg to differ. One thing tougher than a cockroach is the Terminix promise of ultimate protection. Call today to schedule your free pest evaluation. Terminix, power over pests.
The game happens here on NBA League Pass. Get a free preview January 19th through the 25th. Watch up to 40 games a week from around the league. Follow your favorite team wherever you live. The top players, the amazing plays. You can even watch live games online with NBA League Pass broadband, which is included with your subscription. Get maximum access to the NBA. Check out a free preview of NBA League Pass, January 19th through the 25th. The game happens here on NBA League Pass. The season is heating up, and you can still get the most NBA action at a special discount, $99. Follow your favorite team wherever you live. The top players, the amazing plays. You can even watch live games online with NBA League Pass broadband, which is included with your subscription. It's not too late to get maximum access to the NBA. Get NBA League Pass for a special price of $99. To order, call now.
Even at 46, well, when the Grizzlies played in Philadelphia back in February, Rudy Gay did not dress with the left hip issue. He's making his presence felt tonight.
Yeah, Rudy has to come back with a really good game because he played so well at the Clippers. You don't want to say, well, that was my one good game in a week's time. So get 2 in a row, then all of a sudden it becomes habit for me. Has 8, but only 6 attempts. Rudy probably needs to get a little bit more attempts in that, especially in the first half. OJ, you know, again, he only has 5, so the Grizzlies' turnovers, I think, are hurting some of these guys scoring.
Well, the future bodes well for Oklahoma City and for the Grizzlies with those young duos, and then, of course, the Memphis Tigers star Derrick Rose rounding out the top 5 of the true young guns in the NBA. What's interesting about Rudy, in Grizzly wins, he shoots 49%. In losses, he's shooting about 43%. Well, right now, he's 4 of 6. So the percentages favor the Grizzlies at the moment. Percentages at the free throw line have never really favored Reggie Evans, but the 60.8% you see on the screen, that represents a career high for him.
Well, Evans a solid 60% free throw shooter. Is there such thing? It's kind of a contradiction of terms.
You pointed out that he makes life miserable for point guards. Now, if he knows that you said that and that you played point guard, and he knew that was a miss from the get-go.
Yeah. I like this game. You know, he knows he's not going to be out there much, so he's just going to do everything he can to disrupt it. He's got the Drew Gooden, startup kit going on with the beard.
Rudy with a step-back gun over Iguodala. Gasol offensive rebound. Rudy and the Grizzlies reload, but then give it right back to Iguodala. Good hands by Mike Conley. Broke it up momentarily. Evans lost it out of bounds to the Grizzlies. Boy, did Memphis dodge a bullet there with good defense. Evans thinking he should have gotten a foul or the ball back.
Well, good active hands underneath the basket. Watch Mike Conley tip this away right there. See, that got the Grizzlies back in it. There's the shot by Evans, had no chance, and it's a knock out of bounds by Evans. That's good hustle. Great anticipation by Mike Conley, taking away what would have been, or should have been, an easy layup. Another turnover, 12.
Ratliff against Gasol, 8 to shoot. Under 2 to play first half. Evans on the double team. Ross will tee up a 3 and put it in. Grizzlies back to the lead, 49-47. Grizzlies 2 of 4 from long range, and Ross also had a solid game Wednesday against the Clippers, 7 points. The run now 14-3 for the Grizzlies after they trailed by as many as 9. Miller isolated with Conley. Mike did everything he could.
It's a great shot. Great defense by Mike Conley. Andre Miller's good. You talked early in the pregame show. I don't know why he doesn't get mentioned a whole lot with the great point guards in the league right now, because he certainly is one of them.
508 consecutive games. Longest active streak in the NBA. Doesn't get hurt. And Conley sneaks inside and ties his season high in the first half. 51-49 Grizzlies. Miller to the baseline.
Got a point guard duel going on.
You're in heaven.
This is great.
See if the Grizzlies go early here to try to go 2 for 1 at the end of the half. Mayo, pick and roll. Gasol held. And that'll put Marc on the free throw line, I would assume, unless they call it on the gather. Well, fouls on Willie Green, and they do give him 2 shots.
Yeah, good play by the Grizzlies. Nice pick and roll. See, OJ comes off. That's a good job. Marc actually anticipated the double team and slipped the screen. It wasn't actually a pick and roll. That's very, very nice. Good angle there coming from the end zone.
Well, Marc Gasol had that big game Wednesday against the Clippers. Rob?
That's right, and he's been really doing a great job on the boards. 8 or more rebounds in 10 of the last 11 games, including averaging 11.5 rebounds per game in the last 4. Now, of course, Marc represented the Grizzlies in the Rookie Challenge All-Star Weekend. In that game, he had 15 points, game-high 8 rebounds for the rookie team. I asked him after that, does it validate your rookie season for you, make you feel like, you know, you belong in the league and validate your season? He said, no. He says, I can always do better. He said his goal is to help the team get better, compete harder, and as he said many times in post-game interviews, guys, it's about getting wins for the Grizzlies.
Thanks, Rob. You know, he just doesn't settle for second best.
Well, he was a success in high school, won a lot of games at Lausanne Collegiate. And then he was a huge success going overseas. He always played on teams that won. So this is a pretty good maturing process he's going through, and I think Rob said it right. Every time you talk to Marc, he understands the whole thing. Yeah, I played okay, but you know the team's got to do better. Maybe that's my fault. You know, he really understands basketball.
Foul underneath. Gasol and Ratliff tying up. Grizzlies did have a foul to give. It's their first in the last 2 minutes.
That's not who you wanted to give the foul, though.
Well, they weren't trying to give it, but
yeah, let's see inside. Let's see inside. Marc's had 2 tough calls called against him.
Checking back in for the Grizzlies, Darko Milicic.
Kind of unfortunate that that's when they chose to call the fouls early. Remember, they caught him. I called him for kind of clearing out with his opposite arm. Well, it's kind of what Ratliff did to him, but he was there holding, so it certainly could have been a foul.
13 difference between the 2 clocks. Iguodala with a fadeaway miss. Miller had the rebound, but lost it to Conley.
Good 2 for 1 here for the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Jill, you called it earlier. If they got lucky, they'd get a 2 for 1. It's exactly what happens, meaning Grizzlies got 2 possessions to the Sixers 1 when there was only 40 seconds left. Very good clock management.
And the Grizzlies had a 20-second timeout, so they take it. Now, why is the halftime lead important? For the Grizzlies, they're 9-5 on the season when leading or tied at the break. They're only 3-15 when trailing. So there's a huge psychological advantage for this very young Grizzlies team heading to the locker room with the lead. As we remind you, we'll be back on Sports South tomorrow night. By the way, don't forget, clocks spring ahead tonight. We'll be with you tomorrow night from Houston 5:30 for Grizzlies Live, presented by Chuck Hutton Toyota. Then a 6 o'clock tip Central Time from the Toyota Center. Grizzlies and Rockets, fourth and final meeting, live on Sports South. And the Grizzlies have already taken 2 of 3 from the Rockets. Rockets will be without Tracy McGrady, but they have been playing some very, very good basketball as of late. Still have Ron Artest, and they're not missing Rafer Alston at all. Aaron Brooks with a 30-point effort, career high against the Phoenix Suns last night.
Yeah, I think athletically, because T-Mac was hurt so much, I think they picked up some speed with him out.
Ross puts it in with 0.2 of a second. A long 2 for Q, and the Grizzlies a 4-point lead. The Grizzlies trailed by 9 earlier in the second quarter. Quentin Ross with 5 in the first half. But Mike Conley, the star for Memphis tonight, 18 first half points. Q against Andre Miller bottoms it out, and the Grizzlies will carry a 4-point lead into halftime. Home games in March, few and far between. Grizzlies trying to take advantage tonight against the 29-30 Philadelphia 76ers. Halftime on the way next. Stats, highlights, and more. Grizzlies by 4, halfway home in Memphis.
I'm Charles Ewing, President and CEO of Ewing Moving Service. Since 1980, we've grown to be one of the largest minority relocation companies in the Mid-South. We specialize in corporate and residential moves, and now as a certified agent of Stevens Worldwide Van Lines, Ewing handles local, national, and international moves. Our professional customer service agents, packers, and movers will take care of you. We also have 274,000 square feet of climate-controlled storage. So the next time you're moving, call Ewing Moving Service.
Because we can't reinvent traffic, we reinvented how the driver navigates around it. With advanced XM real-time traffic and predictive weather, suddenly, the world's not so complex. The all-new 2010 Lexus RX. At your Lexus dealer.
I faced one of the toughest challenges of my life right here. I couldn't swim, but I can still hear my drill instructor today. Don't quit. So I jumped in, apprehensive and scared out of my mind, but I came up a Marine.
The few, the proud, the Marines.
So, who's up for charades? Yes!
Absolutely.
We are. Right?
Come on, game's on DirecTV in like 10 minutes. Check it out. I can easily set my home DVR to record the game right from here. Hey, can you feel this?
With DirecTV, you can easily set your home DVR from any cell phone or computer.
He's one of the most explosive fighters in the world. And now, former light heavyweight champ Quentin Rampage Jackson is one win away from a UFC title shot.
Rampage is back, baby. I ain't going nowhere.
In his way is aggressive contender Keith Jardine, who's already beaten Forrest Griffin and Chuck Liddell. Plus, top heavyweight contender Gabriel Gonzaga faces undefeated standout Shane Carwin. Harley-Davidson presents UFC 96, Jackson versus Jardine, live Saturday, March 7th from Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio, on DirecTV pay-per-view.
Now playing on DirecTV pay-per-view.
What are you cut out for? Partying, chasing tail, driving drunk?
I believe that God wants me to run for president.
Cristina, this is Marilena.
I don't like her for you. I don't trust her.
You went through my luggage?
I wanted to know who was sharing the bed of my ex-husband.
What?
Mr. Johnson, your vote didn't count.
One American citizen will effectively choose the next president.
Remind me again who's running.
DirecTV pay-per-view. Stay in. Enjoy the show.
48-49. You're watching the home of the Grizzlies, Sports South.
At FedEx Forum, the Grizzlies score on 10 of their last 13 possessions of the second quarter. They rally from 9 down to take the lead 55-51 over the Philadelphia 76ers. We'll be back with highlights a little bit later on. Mike Conley with a game-high 18 already is tied his season high.
To be a mentor is to understand that you didn't become the person you are today on your own. Be a friend, a role model, a consistent voice in a child's life. To be a mentor is to be a source of trust and inspiration, because your time is far too valuable. Be a mentor. For more information about how you can get involved, call 901-205-TEAM or visit teamupmemphis.org.
Your money, your Grizzlies, together. Open a Grizzlies checking account and get lots of cool Grizzlies stuff. Plus, learn how to get a personalized team jersey. Grizzlies checking, only at First Tennessee.
Hi, we're TV's Pat and Gina Neely.
TV's Pat and Gina Neely? I thought we were Memphis's Pat and Gina Neely.
That's a good point, Gina. Long before we were TV's Pat and Gina, we were cooking some of the most delicious barbecue in Memphis.
Hey, what about Nashville?
Oh, yeah, what about Nashville?
Yeah, Nashville International Airport.
You know what? Whether you're dining in, taking it out, and having it catered, there's one thing I'm sure we can all agree on, that Neely's barbecue is the finest the world over.
Bill? Why is Dick Buckus here?
I hired him to speak. A lot of Fortune 500 companies use him.
But I'm your only employee.
We're going to start using FedEx to ship globally. That means billions of potential customers. We're going to be huge.
Good morning. You know, business is a lot like football.
I'm sorry, Dick Buckus.
We understand. You want to grow internationally. FedEx Express.
Hi, I'm Hope Solo. And I'm Heather Mitz. Every Sunday night, FSC will feature Women's Professional Soccer Game of the Week. WP.
DNA is that's just bananas. Actually, like a living organism. It's DNA in a video game. It's like a computer that can talk and learn and stuff. It's crazy, isn't it? Oh, man. It automatically tracks the stats of the players, the injuries, the hot streaks. I don't know who thought about it, but he was a genius, man. It updates every day. Like, that's bananas, B.
Rated E for everyone.
Now $1.99.
Okay, give me my remote.
Get it, Jim. You had way too much cable.
You said you were gonna get DirecTV. I'm fine, really.
So digital picture doesn't mean anything to you? But what about your friends and your family?
I just want to watch the game.
That's the cable talking, Jim. That game isn't even in HD.
Friends don't let friends watch cable. Refer a friend or family member to DirecTV, and you'll get $50, and they'll get $50 on top of our best offer.
A message from the Foundation for a Better Life. You're watching the home of the Grizzlies, Sports South.
Halftime at FedEx Forum between the Memphis Grizzlies and the Philadelphia 76ers. No rest for the Grizzlies. They got on a plane tonight and travel to Houston to take on the Houston Rockets. O.J. Mayo, Marc, Gasol, and the Grizzlies have won 2 of the first 3 meetings. Both at FedEx Forum. The Rockets took the season opener down in Houston. Catch all the action right here on Sports South. Special start time. Grizzlies Live presented by Tuck Hutton Toyota at 5:30. Then a 6 o'clock tip from Houston and the Toyota Center. Grizzlies and Rockets tomorrow night on Sports South. When we come back, first half stats and highlights from tonight's game between the Grizzlies and the Sixers.
The Ford Quality Drive is here, and when people find quality they believe in, they like to talk about it.
I'm actually really excited with this car. I love it. The mileage was like one of the most amazing things. I'm very impressed by the quality of my Fusion.
My Focus is sporty and sleek. Call Donia. I love Ford Safe technology.
It's all hands-free. I'm very satisfied with the quality of my Focus.
Now get a Fusion with $3,500 cash back or 0% financing for 60 months. Visit a Ford dealer or go to MidSouthFord.com and drive one.
It's the AutoZone Rewards Card, and it's free to every AutoZone customer. It's simple. The more you shop at AutoZone, the more rewards you earn. So get your free rewards card today. It's our way of saying we're proud to have you as a customer. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
The hotter the hot, the colder the cold.
The greater the demand, the more you need Duralast. Batteries built to exceed the need. Only at AutoZone.
Basically, it's about symmetry.
I'm good. Be honest here, man.
Fucked it.
I'm good.
My bad. I'm good.
I'm the man!
I'm good.
Ready? No.
Men can take anything.
I'm good.
Except the taste of Diet Cola. Until now, Pepsi Max, the first Diet Cola for men.
This is good.
The world is a diverse place. Different people, different ideas, different perspectives. But when working together, great things can be accomplished. International Paper believes in diversity that makes our company a better place to work. A better place to share experiences and ideas that deliver better results. Many voices, one vision. International Paper.
So, who's up for charades? Yes!
Absolutely.
Awesome. We are. Right?
Come on. Game's on DirecTV in like 10 minutes. Check it out. I can easily set my home DVR to record the game right from here. Hey, can you feel this?
With DirecTV, you can easily set your home DVR from any cell phone or computer. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
This copyrighted telecast of the NBA may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise used without the written consent of the NBA. Log on to NBA.com immediately following the game for live press conferences and video highlights.
Aha! Time to grab a little rib action at halftime. Grizzlies lead at 55-51 over the Philadelphia 76ers. Grizzlies played the first half of the second quarter like they had barbecue sauce on their fingers. 6 early turnovers in the second quarter. Grizzlies trailed by as many as 9. Pete Pranica, Sean Tui, but they really rebounded, and a lot of it, practically all of it, was Mike Conley.
Well, Mike Conley, he just made up for all the differences that the Grizzlies could have had negatives for instance, turnovers, because he was so efficient with the basketball. Scoring 18 points and a half is huge for Mike, especially coming off of the injury that he did, because you didn't know how he was going to approach the game, but he stuck his head in there and went right at the rim.
Yeah, he has not been shy at all. He has scored on drives. He has scored on jumpers. He's hit a three-pointer. He's gotten to the free throw line. He has done a little bit of everything tonight. 2 assists, a steal. It's been a big night for Mike Conley so far. Rudy Gay in a supporting role. Well, he had 9 in the first half against the Clippers and then exploded. Well, he has 8 here in the first half.
Well, if Rudy's going to get 8.5, someone else is going to have to get double figures. So Mike certainly did that. And you're right, Rudy tends to be a second-half player. He's playing well, so hopefully he comes out with a lot of confidence.
Well, Maurice Spates has really shown well for the Philadelphia 76ers behind Sam Dallenberg. He's a physical presence, very athletic, and part of a bench brigade that has put up 20 points, and Lou Williams was maybe the most valuable player for Philadelphia in the first half.
Yeah, because I think the Grizzlies really made a good charge. I think this league could be double figures without the way Williams played, so I agree. I think the bench from Philly has really kept this game just basically a toss-up.
The only double-figure scorer for the Philadelphia 76ers is Andre Miller. He's done a good job on the glass as well with 5 boards and 3 assists. Meanwhile, Mike Conley has the better of it in the scoring edge as he has 18-10 for Miller. There's your point guard comparison, and these are your first half stats brought to you by First Tennessee. Both teams well above 50%, and in the case of the Grizzlies, just over 60%. Free throws, only 2 more attempts for Philadelphia. Grizzlies, though, with 12 turnovers. Grizzlies with a 4-point lead heading to the third quarter. We'll get you ready for more NBA action in a moment on Sports South.
Shopping for a new home? Start your search at the home section of commercialappeal.com, where you can search over 16,000 local listings and find everything you need to make your house hunting dreams come true. Thousands of different options for thousands of different home buyers, including you. CommercialAppeal.com Homes. With over 16,000 local listings, your perfect home is here.
There's no rule that says we have to serve the finest cuts of aged beef.
No regulation requiring us to fly in our lobster fresh. We don't have to employ award-winning chefs or dedicated servers. No, we do all of these things because we know what gamblers are hungry for. Since 1951, we've had a passion for incredible dining, and nobody does food better than we do. Horseshoe Casino and Hotel.
Mid-South, you can count on Gossett Motor Cars. Family owned and operated, 2 generations strong. Remember, if you want a new ride, we got it. Yeah, we got it. We got it. If you want it, we got it at Gossett.
Nothing gets you down on the track and into the race like NASCAR Hot Pass. Available in crystal clear HD, DirecTV brings you the most comprehensive race coverage on television with 4 featured driver channels that put you behind the wheel with your favorite drivers. And now, best of all, DirecTV subscribers can experience all the features of NASCAR Hot Pass for free. Compliments of DirecTV. Just another reason we're #1 in customer satisfaction.
Here at DirecTV, we continue to offer the best television experience possible, including DirecTV Mix channels, which let you get more out of your TV at no extra charge. Give them a try. Tune to channel 102 and stay on top of breaking stories with Newsmix. If you're a sports fan, you get your own Mix channel, and you'll get enhanced coverage of major tournaments throughout the year. Just a few examples of how we're making your TV experience unlike any other, all compliments of DirecTV.
48-49. Grizzlies NBA basketball is brought to you by Lexus of Memphis, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. And by Sonic. Drive in for the brown bag special for just $6.99. It's not just good, it's Sonic good. Big first half for the point guards, 55-51. Grizzlies lead it by 4. So let's check in with the former point guard, Damon Stoudemire, with our Rob Fisher.
Damon, pretty good offensive output in that first half, except for the turnovers. Against this athletic team, how do you cut that down?
Well, we just, we need to just make the simple play. I think that we need to stay aggressive. Mike Conley's been playing great for us. He's handled the pressure. He's been able to get to the hole, and I thought that set up his jumper. But we just need to make the easy play, and I think we'll be all right.
You've played against Andre Miller many times. What's Mike need to do on the defensive side, maybe a little better?
Andre's a tough guard. He has size on Mike. Mike has to put a body on him. Andre's got a couple offensive rebounds and kept a couple possessions alive for him. But we got to give Mike help. We got to recognize that when Andre goes to the post, that's a little bit of a mismatch, and we got to make Andre feel uncomfortable. But overall, I think that Mike's done a good job.
Good luck second half.
All right, thank you.
We'll check, but Rudy Gay does not start the third quarter. Instead, Quentin Ross is on. Now, Rudy did get poked in the eye as Mike Conley slips inside and has his first 20-point game of the season. I saw him in the second quarter talking to head athletic trainer Drew Graham.
Yeah, because he's definitely not on the bench.
Willie Green responds.
Willie Green, 16 minutes first half. Total minutes, I mean, in the first 2 halves, he's got 8 points, 2 for 2, 3 for 5. He's very efficient.
Gasol against Dallin Bear. Spin move by Gasol, reverse pivot, up and in.
Crazy, isn't it? That thing's got to look like the ocean.
4 of 6 tonight. He hit 7 of 8 against the Clippers. And in the 2 games, the Clippers and the Lakers, he shot 70%. Iguodala, though, on a blow-by.
You cannot let Iguodala drive to his right. Here comes the greatest statement ever. You can't really let him drive to the left either.
No.
Because if he gets to the basket, he's one of the best finishers in the league. Andre Miller going to pick up Mike full court. Good separation by Mike. So I've eliminated it to you can't let him drive left and you can't let him drive right. Other than that, he's an easy guard.
Yeah, other than that, no problem whatsoever. Iguodala averaging 18 a game. He's the leading scorer for the Sixers. Gasol, another shake and bake. On line, but long. Dallin Bear gathers in the rebound. Andre Miller has played so well all season long, but over the last 3, he's averaging 25 a game and shooting 63%. That's kicked out of bounds.
Yeah, Pete, I think
Grizzlies.
you're right on Rudy. I think it's the eye that he got poked in the eye, and obviously looking at it at halftime, he finished out the half, but you could tell he wasn't real comfortable with it.
It was the right eye that Drew was looking at. Off the kick, 14 put back up on the shot clock.
Good double team. Good double team.
Dallenberg, that's a good catch. That pass was whistled in by Willie Green, and Dallenberg was able to extend and finish.
Well, Marc Gasol had a nice double team. He just didn't get back quick enough on the rotation. Should have ran back straight to the front of the rim. He kind of angled and went to the basketball first.
Darrell Arthur. Grizzlies shooting 59.5%, but only up 2 in the Sixers. The ball and a chance to tie or take the lead. Offensive rebound, Thaddeus Young. Blocked by Darrell Arthur. Ball to the floor. Young misses again, and Gasol cleans it up. There's a lob and intercepted. Sixers back the other way. Young won't miss this time. Thaddeus Young, just his second bucket in 9 tries, and the Grizzlies call an early timeout after the Sixers level the game at 59. 18 fast break points for the 76ers. They average 18 a game, and they have it a little more than 3 minutes into the third quarter. Thaddeus Young and the Sixers tie the game at 59, early third.
King Cotton Meats travel the South to hear from you.
All kids love King Cotton, 'cause King Cotton loves kids. Go Grizzlies!
Try King Cotton, rightly seasoned for the South.
Hello, I'm Dr. Wooten. For 25 years now, I've worked in the greater Memphis area to try to help patients find relief for their lower back and neck pain. I'd like to take a moment now to introduce the most recent addition to our practice, my son, Dr. Jared Wooten.
Before I came to the Wooten Clinic, I had a lot of back pain. But after spinal decompression, I could walk and stand without the discomfort that I had before.
If you're hurting, give our office a call. How will you know until you try?
I think I'm getting something off the everyday value menu.
Yeah, me too, man. Everything's only $1.
It's like $1's not $1. You can almost rename the dollar. Look at, like, this $1's not $1. Okay. It's chicken strip sandwich, or this dollar is, Junior Deluxe Burger, or this is like Junior Sunday, or this is Little Teacher.
All right, and this is annoying. You're stealing all of my money.
The new everyday value menu at Sonic. Got a buck? Then drive in for a variety of great food like a Junior Deluxe Burger, or grab a chicken strip sandwich for just $1. Sonic's new everyday value menu. All this for $1 each.
King Cotton Meats travel the South to hear from you.
I love King Cotton. All kids love King Cotton, 'cause King Cotton loves kids. Go Grizzlies!
Try King Cotton, rightly seasoned for the South.
Sixers have tied the game at 59 aside. Grizzlies with an early timeout early in the third. Grizzlies playing back-to-back, their 16th back-to-back set. The Big Blue Bear in the house. Grizzlies taking on the Houston Rockets tomorrow night at the Toyota Center. Join us right here on Sports South, 5:30 Central with Grizzlies Live, presented by Chuck Hutton Toyota. Then a 6 o'clock tip from the Toyota Center. Grizzlies and Rockets' fourth and final meeting. Rob Fisher with injury updates. Rob.
Guys, you remember Rudy Gay getting poked in the eye late in that first half. He is still in the locker room. As of now, he's questionable. They said they have to check on a detached retina to see if that's the case. They want to rule that out before they bring Rudy back out onto the floor. Also, another injury update. Marco Jaric, ankle sprain. He is done for the Nikos.
So the Grizzlies point guard by committee is going to have to roll on. So Conley, the only true point guard they have, and their backup, Marco Jaric, out with a sprained ankle. 6 on the shot clock. Ross against Iguodala. Fades. Sprinting no. Darrell Arthur. Offensive rebound. Blocked. Dallenberg with the block. His first of the game. Pass intended for Andre Miller. Conley was in there, and it's off of Andre, out of bounds to the Grizzlies.
Well, you heard Damon Stoudemire tell Rob Fisher that you have to find a way to get Miller away from the basketball. See how Mike's right up on him and then stays with him. Good job, Marc Gasol, knocking it off of Miller's hand. So you see, sometimes you have to put 2 guys on a point guard. That's okay if he's playing a big power point guard.
O.J. behind an Arthur screen. O.J. Mayo, a very quiet first half.
Only 5 attempts first half. And he's 3 for 6. I told you it's going to be a tough day for O.J. though. This is a good defensive, athletic team, and you know O.J.'s going to have to find his shots when he can.
Well, and if you don't know when Rudy Gay's going to come back, or if he will be able to come back, Thaddeus Young. Young averaging 14 a game, had 11 Monday in the loss to New Orleans. Sixers have lost their last 2 in a row, but they've won their last 2 away from the Wachovia Center. O.J. blocked but fouled by D'Alembert.
Nice 2-man game. I don't know if we get a replay of that or not, but this is, in the NBA, this is what you call a 2-man game. You take 3 guys, get them out of the way. This is the return. And see, there's just 2 guys on that whole side of the court. That's how you play basketball in the NBA. If you play 5-on-5, which means you've got a balanced court, it's tough. Isolate the court, cut it in half, get rid of 3 guys. I'm thinking there's too many on the court anyway. But go 2-man game, and if your guy's better than the other guy, you can get a bucket. And OJ's tough to say the guy's better than him. So a lot of times you get OJ in a 2-man game, you got something working.
Now, 10 free throw attempts for the Grizzlies, 10 for the Sixers. Now, when you consider the Sixers average 4 more attempts a game, at least the Grizzlies are in the area code.
They're hanging there and they're making more, but boy, the Sixers seem to get to the free throw line a bunch. You just got to keep getting there because they are.
They average 30+ attempts. Iguodala threw up a prayer. And an offensive rebound, Thaddeus Young.
Long reach. I guarantee he can paint the ceiling without a ladder. He just stands there and his arms reach all the way up to the goal. And that's all he did that time, is get up on his tiptoes.
Young has scored the last 6. He had 4 in the entire first half. 10 offensive rebounds for the Sixers. Wow. Marc Gasol.
What a great pass and catch by Mike Conley and Marc Gasol. Again, Marc finishing right around the basket.
Gasol, 12 points, 7 rebounds, averaging 11 and 7.5. Iguodala. D'Alembert on the pickup. Short shot clock down to 4. Green going to sidestep into a 3. Rebound, Darrell Arthur. Took it away from Andre Miller. 3-on-2. Conley in the middle. Bounce pass. Q lays it up and lays it in.
Yeah, didn't have numbers when Mike Conley got it, but he passed up a guy early. That's when I hollered out you had numbers. Sometimes it doesn't look like it when you start. Depends how you finish, and good job by Q filling the lane and getting ahead of everybody on the play.
Iguodala got smacked in the face. Miller on the post up against Conley. Darrell Arthur comes in from behind, but Miller is able to get to the front of the rim.
He just post guards up. He's really a tough guard. I think Damon said it well. He's a physical, tough guard. The guy, he's got a little advantage on Mike when he posts him up.
Gasol against D'Alembert. Screens for Mayo. OJ to the baseline in the reverse.
Well, that time there's another 2-man game. Great pass. I don't know if Marc will get an assist or not. In my book it is, but they didn't. Of course, I give an assist like hockey. I give about 6 guys an assist, but OJ used the rim that time as his helper.
And with a defensive rebound, that's his 8th off the Willie Green miss. Grizzlies by 3, looking to add to it. Conley in transition. Rebounding story, Grizzlies actually +2, and Miller with a leaner. Nearly got his own miss, and did get it after he took it away from Quentin Ross. Now you got to get there defensively. The Grizzlies do not, and Miller a 3-point opportunity. Andre Miller is the guy who has it going for the 76ers. And in many ways, as good as Andre Iguodala is, Andre Miller may well be their best player. O.J. Mayo, the foul, his first. Darrell Arthur goes out and Akeem Warwick returns.
Nice little second half by O.J. Watch how O.J. uses the rim here as his friend. See, D'Alembert wants to block it, but he knows if he jumps right, he saw his hand got caught in the net. That's a smart move by smaller guys against big guys. Hey, the goal can get in the way of guys higher than 6'7", 6'8". Doesn't seem to get in the way a whole lot of times with me, unless I ran into the little part that connects to the floor. I ran into that one a bunch of times.
Andre Miller with a team-high 15 for the Sixers. Also has collected 7 rebounds and 5 assists. Warwick was being held by Thaddeus Young. That's 3 on Young.
It was kind of tricky. Thaddeus Young had his outside, Hack's outside hand. Watch Hack's left hand here. Yeah. That's a good try. Referees will see that one. But it's a pretty good matchup for Young and Hack. Two guys who play with length. Pretty good post-up moves on both sides. I think it's going to be a 2-3 zone. Yeah, the Sixers like to play this 2-3 when it's an out-of-bounds play.
Shot clock down to 4. Conley floats and fills it up. Wow.
They said 2. Was that not a 3?
I did not see his feet. Now that might be one that they will check on instant replay at the next stoppage. If there is doubt, it's a trigger to check at the next stoppage. Mayo behind the back, nobody home. Miller with numbers, Iguodala, and Mayo takes the foul, so Iguodala will go to the free throw line for a pair.
A little careless that play by OJ. Look, if you can't have fun, don't go out and play. So sometimes they'll throw it away. There's a lot of possessions in an NBA game. That won't hurt you. Well, let's take a look at this. Let's see if, I think it's a 3-shot. That's a 3 point.
It is a 3. Well, they will review it at the next time out. But Mike's foot clearly behind the line. And that is a rule that was added this year. If there is doubt, the officials can go back to the monitor at the next timeout and change the 2 to a 3 or the 3 to a 2. So for right now,
it's a 2.
So it's 70-69. But the Grizzlies actually have 71 once they all take a look at it. Right. So it's a 70 with an asterisk.
With a blitz.
Oh, and another steal. Boy, the Grizzlies just getting sloppy right now. And a foul. O.J. Mayo has to take another foul, and that's 3 on him. And Green goes into a cameraman on the baseline. Wow, 15 turnovers leading to 17 Philadelphia points.
Well, 15 turnovers are bad, but that's just a good play by Green. But the fact that they turned into points tells you this is how most of those turnovers have ended up. Started off this show by telling you that Green could play. And we didn't talk about him at all in Grizzlies Live, which is very typical of Green. You just don't realize him, but he's a stopper.
Willie Green, 6th season out of the Detroit Mercy, misses the free throw.
Most famous coach ever at Detroit Mercy?
Dick Vitale?
Dick Vitale. Said he was only worse at the Detroit Pistons when he was at Detroit Mercy. So his 2 worst coaches.
Gasol down the lane, banks it in. And while we're speaking of Dick Vitale, the guy who followed him with the Detroit Pistons, Chuck Daly, diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. We want to send Chuck our very, very best wishes. Of course, not only did he coach the Pistons, but was a consultant with the Grizzlies franchise for a period of time. And the Grizzlies getting themselves in foul trouble here. Marc Gasol, meanwhile, 14 points off the last drive. Hakeem Warwick picking up his first foul.
Well, Marc does a great job of going to the glass. It's also an advantage. First of all, your margin of error is better at the glass, but also it's hard to block because you're allowed to shoot the ball about a foot higher because you're aiming above the rim.
Thaddeus Young from the free throw line this season, 74%. He was part of the rookie challenge, played for the sophomores, started, scored 13 in that ball game. In case you're just joining us and wondering why Rudy Gay is not on the floor, got poked in the eye in the first half. They are checking. They have to rule out a detached retina before Rudy would be cleared to return to the game. Warwick.
Well, he had a good view. You saw Hack float to the left. Well, that's where his shot floated, just to the left. Never seemed to get balanced on that one. That was not in rhythm, which we talked about. First half, he catches it and shoots. That time he kind of had to size himself up.
Score 73-72, but it should be 73-73, and I'm sure that they will correct it at the next timeout. Dallenberg mishandles the lob, and that will bring us to a timeout. And so when this timeout is over, it should be a 73-73 tie. Mike Conley, 3 was ruled a 2. The officials will take a look at the replay, and we should get this corrected.
Why worry about frequent fill-ups? Why worry about expensive and unexpected repairs? And why worry about not having the room to bring home a little souvenir from your weekend? Fuel efficiency, incredible value, 73 cubic feet of room, and no worries. All standard features on the Toyota RAV4. Just ask someone you know who drives one.
Ashley Furniture Home Store is helping Grizzlies rookie sensation O.J. Mayo prepare for the NBA with the help of professional heckler Paul Johnson.
I can throw it, I can hit him every time. I want to see you do that every time you throw that basketball. Come on. We shoot the ball, You call that a jump shot? Overrated. Want some mustard with that, Mayo? Mustard!
Tighten up that crossover, and you'll dominate.
Ashley Furniture Home Stores welcomes O.J. Mayo to Memphis.
These are the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies take on Houston tomorrow at 6:30 on Sports South.
(73-72), and you blow it up. Now, we've not been informed by the officials whether or not they are going to rule this a 3, because it's not gone up on the scoreboard here, but that it is, yes, and now the announcement is being made. Well, while we get the score squared away, let's take a look at our Neely's barbecue dish of the game. Mike Conley in transition, one of his 5 assists, finding Quentin Ross. Our Neely's barbecue dish of the game, Grizzlies with 11 assists tonight. Ross forced into playing a few more minutes tonight without Rudy Gay on the floor. And also Marc Yarich sprained an ankle and will not return. So the Grizzlies really shorthanded.
Well, Grizzlies got a point at timeout. You know, talk about an efficient timeout. Yeah. It's an awfully good one, but great job in our replay truck. They grabbed the shot right when it happened. Of course, I said immediately it was a three-pointer, but somehow or another they got to go deep and vote on it. But Mike Conley gets an extra point at the timeout. Very nice.
And we also had some digital enhancement of that. Mark Morris with the replays. Woodstock, way to go.
That was excellent.
Gasol out of the double team. Conley for 3. Grizzlies 3 of 5 from long range. The 76ers just 1 of 7. And another drive to the basket and another three-point opportunity. Andre Iguodala, and the Grizzlies not able to stop the rim runs of the Philadelphia 76ers. Nobody has the ball.
Well, and it's a good call by the refs. That's one of those he's already beaten. Q needs to let it go, but when the best player on the court isn't picked up at half court, that's a problem in its own right. Well, the Grizzlies are doing a pretty good job offensively, Pete. 73 points, there's 2:08 left. You know, this is a 100-point pace type game, which is nice. But defensively, the 76ers are still shooting 50 points, 50.8. Pretty much taking care of everything inside the paint, 44 points. You know, when you're playing so well, you should have a 10-point lead, but Grizzlies have 42 points in the paint themselves, with turnovers, etc., keeping the Sixers back. It's just really basically in this game.
And the Sixers have hurt themselves at the free throw line, only 10 of 17. Greg Buckner working the baseline. Conley, a clean look from 3. Ward taps it in.
Well, Wark or Buckner, who's got the most friends at scorer's table, because both guys will get it. Hack will get it. So he obviously bought dinner to the scorer's table, which is very important. Get the guys on your side.
In L.A., we get brownies from Diane Cannon.
Yeah, I didn't touch those.
Iguodala for 3. Andre Miller. I'm telling you, 6'2", and really good hops, 10 seasons out of Utah.
Well, see, Williams is in now. Of course, that's a great shot by Williams. But I think that's a better guard for Mike Conley, and puts Buck on Miller, and you've got a pretty good matchup. But we highlighted Williams at halftime. He must have seen that we pumped him up. He's playing a great game.
Off the bench, you're averaging better than 12 a game. Ross inside the arc. Quentin Ross had 5 in the first meeting between these two teams. You'll remember he started for Rudy Gay, who was out with a hip injury. Quentin with 9. He's been in double figures, total of 3 times this season, all even at 77. Final 42 seconds of the third quarter. Miller. And pumped through by Theo Ratliff.
Yeah, but Miller's just putting pressure on the defense, and now he's got all the confidence in the world. You got to get the ball out of his hands.
Conley's career high is 25. Did it last April against Minnesota. Hugh, the flyby, and he fills it up.
Well, somebody's got to pick up for Rudy, who I think is still. Did he make his way out yet?
I do not see him on the bench at this point.
So very concerned about Rudy in the locker room, who got poked in the eye. Obviously, Marco Jaric, you heard, has a sprained ankle. He's not coming back out. Grizzlies really shorthanded.
Iguodala for 3. And that will do it for the third quarter. Grizzlies with a 2-point lead. Amazing. They're shooting almost 60% from the floor, but the lead, or it's a tie game, I should say. It's 79-79. Mike Conley with 23, Marc Gasol with 14, Andre Miller with 15 to lead the Sixers.
Looking for ways to save money? Introducing Comcast Digital Voice Local with more home phone service. You'll save over 17% a year over AT&T. Now you can enjoy unlimited local calling, plus 12 popular calling features, all for just $24.95 a month every month. Plus get long distance for just 5 cents a minute. Powered by America's leading fiber optic network for TV, phone, and internet. Save with the new Comcast Digital Voice Local with More plan. $24.95 a month. Call 259-1405.
It's 4 o'clock. You want to dial in?
Yeah. You know, these calls would go a lot better if we had an office.
This is our office.
This is your daughter's dorm room, Bob.
Listen, we have internet, telephone, dorm lounge. It's all free.
We could just do business at FedEx office. They've got Wi-Fi, workstations. A lot of them are open 24/7. It'll still save us an overhead.
Hey, baby. Here, give me sugar. Got a room.
Technically, this is her room.
Hello, we're on.
We understand. You want less overhead. FedEx office.
Some people only see your money instead of you.
Thank you.
So what are you doing tonight?
Can I just get my food, please?
But First Tennessee knows whose money it is. Yours. We listen and offer smart advice throughout your financial life. Plus, convenient hours give you more time to get what you need. Because it's about you, not just your money.
So, who's up for charades? Yes!
Absolutely.
Awesome. We are. Right?
Come on. Game's on DirecTV in like 10 minutes.
Check it out. I can easily set my home DVR to record the game right from here.
Bro. Hey, can you feel this?
With DirecTV, you can easily set your home DVR from any cell phone or computer. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Welcome back to downtown Memphis with Sean Toohey and Rob Fisher. I'm Pete Pranica. A real good one here at FedEx Forum. 79-79. Grizzlies 0-2 when tied after 3 quarters. This is the first time Philadelphia has been tied after 3 quarters all season long. I think the most pertinent number, Sean, the turnover story, only 7 for the 76ers. They only had 9 in the first meeting. That's 16 turnovers in almost 2 games for the Sixers. The Grizzlies had 23 in the last game and 15 tonight. But Mike Conley, 23 points, a season high with 6 assists, and needs only 2 to tie his career high. He's out there with Gasol, Warwick, Buckner, and Quentin Ross. Iguodala, Miller, Spates, Ratliff, and Williams. Buckner. Ross with 4 to shoot, a fadeaway 3. Grizzlies working without Rudy Gay. There's Andre Miller, a double clutch. Gasol with rebound number 9.
Yeah, Miller does that trying to get a foul, and the Grizzlies did a nice job of just playing solid defense, then got out of the way instead of bailing him out, and good follow-up by Marc Gasol for getting the rebound. We need to go back into Marc. I mean, he's really been effective tonight. That's offense should probably start going through Marc.
Gasol hit by Ratliff. 2 free throws coming up. Foul on Ratliff. That is number 2, and the first foul on the Sixers at the top of the 4th.
You got a guy going 6 for 9. We're gonna find out how long you can take that shooting percentage. Don't just keep it at 9. There's the push. Marc does a nice job of getting the shot off. He has free throws, 2 for 2 tonight. Grizzlies 8 makes out of 10 attempts. The reason why the Grizzlies are in this game, Pete, is because the Sixers are shooting free throws just horrible. Normally, they're the best free throw taking team, and so they beat you strictly in numbers alone. Well, 17 attempts with only 10 makes. If Marc can make this one, the Grizzlies will have 9 makes. So you're matching free throws, which is one of our keys to the game.
Quinn Ross, who's tied his season high with 11, is out. O.J. Mayo returns. Gasol 1 of 2 from the line. From the field, he's shooting better than 53%. He leads all NBA rookies in that category, and in all likelihood will break brother Pau's Grizzly rookie record for field goal percentage, which stands at 51.8. Iguodala for 3. Ratliff, the offensive rebound and the putback.
That's a great play by Theo. Theo's 74 years old. I think I played with Theo.
He's almost old as Dikembe Mutombo. 14 offensive rebounds for the Sixers, leading to 17 second chance points. Sixers back to the lead, 81-80. Mayo out of the double team. Warwick blocked by Ratliff. Iguodala against Buckner, and Buckner takes the foul, but not enough of a foul to prevent another and one opportunity for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Well, not the start to the 4th quarter that you'd hope for. It's a good block by Theo, so that's both ends that Ratliff makes a play, and then you can see the foul. Boy, that's a tough foul, too. Andre Iguodala is a stud.
Off a season-high 30 Monday against New Orleans as we send it to Ron Fisher.
Guys, we've seen it a couple of times now that he's come down the floor and gotten baskets in the and one. Head coach Tony DeLeo saying he's one of the best in the league at getting a rebound or an outlet pass and just driving it up the floor and either finishing or making the pass. He said he's at a different level now than he was to start the season. First 17 games of the year averaged 13 points, or the last 42 averaging 20 points on the year, guys.
He's got 15 on the night. Gasol. And a foul on Ratliff. Tony DeLeo saying that Ratliff was on top of the ball, but Gary Zielinski begs to differ. Gasol goes back to the free throw line.
Great high-low. See the high-low? There's the pass. Marc does a good job. I mean, how can you argue that, though?
Well, and actually, Ratliff fouled him on a catch.
Fouled him the entire way. Marc's got to make free throws because right now the Grizzlies are having a hard time in half-court offense. 76ers are a good team. I'm trying to figure out how they lost 6 out of the last 8 because they were just steamrolling through this pre-All-Star process and then post-All-Star, kind of like the Grizzlies. They wish the All-Star break hadn't happened.
Well, the problem for Philadelphia, 4 of their last 5 opponents have hit double-figure three-pointers. Grizzlies only have 3 tonight.
It's 2 times Marc's gone 1 for 2, which means you really only got 1 basket on 2 possessions. Won't count as a turnover. Essentially, that's the result of it.
Grizzlies overcame a 9-point deficit in the second quarter to take a halftime lead.
Double-double for Marc.
That would be number 15 on the year. 4 in the last 6 games, and if you add 2 more rebounds, he could be 6 for 6 in double-doubles. Conley finds Gasol.
I'm telling you, if he was Marc Jones, he'd be a candidate for Rookie of the Year. I mean, I think he gets discounted a little bit because he's a Gasol. But I think once you see him play, you just basically, realize it's the number at the front of the jersey that's important, not necessarily his last name.
Gasol has all 4 Grizzly points in the quarter. Spates from the baseline. Weak side rebound, Mayo. Royale Ivy's in the ball game, replacing Andre Miller. Mayo, nice move, blocked from behind by Spates.
Well, that's a good move, though. I like what O.J. did going end to end.
No reset of the shot clock, though. Down to 10. Gasol against Ratliff. Gasol's got to go. Contact. Yes! And he's fouled. Oh, what a play by Gasol. 20 and 10 for Marc.
He's out of control. Well, let me tell you, they're trying to sub for him because Darko's at the scorer's table and the coach is maybe not so quickly. Darko wants to come back a little bit.
Marc Gasol had 20 and 10 assists against the Clippers. Tonight, it's 20 and 10 rebounds. A chance to get to 21. He puts the Grizzlies back in front.
The Ford Quality Drive is here, and when people find quality they believe in, they like to talk about it.
The Escape turned out to be the perfect mix of everything I was looking for. I really couldn't find anything that matched the miles per gallon, and I feel really safe. Sync is phenomenal. Hi, Mama. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Oh my God, this sounds amazing. I would be a repeat customer for sure. I love this car. I love the Escape.
Now get a Ford Escape with up to $3,000 cash back. Visit your local Ford dealer or
Now more than ever, you want to get the most for your money. Look no further than the well-equipped 2009 Kia Spectra. 32 miles per gallon, 5-star safety rated, backed by an industry-leading warranty, and it's priced about $2,000 less than a Toyota Corolla XLE. Or to put it another way, a whole year's worth of gas less. The 2009 Kia Spectra. It's money well saved. Hurry in and get the 2009 Kia Spectra starting at $12,200 after $2,000 cash back.
He's one of the most explosive fighters in the world. And now, former light heavyweight champ Quentin Rampage Jackson is one win away from a UFC title shot.
Rampage is back, baby. I ain't going nowhere.
In his way is aggressive contender Keith Jardine, who's already beaten Forrest Griffin and Chuck Liddell. Plus, top heavyweight contender Gabriel Gonzaga faces undefeated standout Shane Carwin. Harley-Davidson presents UFC 96, Jackson versus Jardine, live Saturday, March 7th from Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio, on DirecTV pay-per-view.
48-49. You're watching the home of the Grizzlies, Sports South.
Memphis version of Jabberwocky, 85-84, and Marc Gasol has the Philadelphia 76ers scratching their heads. Theo Ratliff's pretty good defender, but against Marc Gasol, not so much. Ratliff now with 4 fouls.
Well, the key is that Marc's making all his baskets. He's 8 for 11.
And he was 12 of 15 in Los Angeles as we send it over to Rob Fisher.
Well, Marc Gasol's toughness has been consistent throughout the season, and his teammates have been impressed all year. It's one thing to find contact, and that's something Marc does so well. Mike Conley said, I think he's a piece we've been missing inside. He's kind of a bruiser, somebody who will ring your bell a little bit, and he's not afraid of contact. He's a skilled offensive player, can hit the jump shot and make a lot of plays when he's in the post, something we haven't had in the past, especially the last 2 years. Last 4 games, averaging 15.5 points, 11.5 boards, 3 double-doubles, also averaging 3 offensive rebounds a game, and of course another double-double tonight for Marcus.
And 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Well, we talked about 3 core players had to go for 65. Gasol 21, Conley 23. That's 44. Quentin Ross has 11. Rudy with 8 and out with injury. O.J. Mayo only 9. Dallenberg blocked by Gasol. Ball loose. Dallenberg wrestles it away.
Good defense that time. Grizzlies stuck with it with no foul. Got to get O.J. some shots. Now, that's nobody's fault. I mean, you know, Philly's done a nice job of concentrating. Guys on O.J. helping out, trying not to let him get open. But the Grizzlies going to win this. O.J.'s going to have to get some more points.
3 blocks by Gasol. Shot clock down to 7. Mayo reverses. If that would have gone in, that would have made every highlight show in America, but it goes up over and out of bounds.
Well, it was a good 2-man game with O.J. and Marc, who did a nice job, remember, in the 3rd quarter on the other side of the court. That time O.J. just, as Al McGuire would say, a little bit too much French pastry.
Yes. Nice Al McGuire reference. Very good. Lou Williams working the baseline against Darrell Arthur. Spates has his pocket pick. Oh, and a foul called on the baseline. And now 4 fouls on O.J. Mayo.
Well, let's take a look at this. I mean, let's take a look. I think it's a clean play.
Whoa.
That was nothing but a clean play.
Wow. That's about as bad a miss as you'll see. OJ
and that goes
got all ball, and it's not even close.
That's a layup, too, is the big problem. Not only was it a foul bad call, it kills a fast break opportunity. And it was a late call, too. See the sense in that one.
It's late, it's wrong, and it's OJ's fourth.
The Grizzlies get a ball off a rebound, so didn't give up the basket. OJ can play with fouls. He usually doesn't have a problem with it, but you hate to take away a good help side defense at time by OJ Mayo.
Milicic in, Gasol out. Grizzlies nursing a 2-point lead. Mike Conley with the season-high 23. Darko 3 to shoot, inside out. Conley for 3. Iguodala got to stop the ball. Nobody did. Second time at least that Iguodala has gone coast to coast and nobody in a white jersey got in front of him.
You got to pick him up early. Everybody kind of got caught in the scrum there, just ran into each other. The Grizzlies actually hurt themselves. Two guys from the Grizzlies ran into each other.
Darko out of the double team, 5 to shoot. OJ against Royale Ivy, fades. Rebound Spates. Grizzlies struggling in the half court. Again, here's Iguodala. Spins away from Buckner. Tries to thread the needle. Stolen by Darrell Arthur. Mayo in a foot race to the cup. Jams it down.
Great play by Darrell Arthur. What happened was Iguodala wanted to complain to his own teammate that he didn't go catch the pass. And the Grizzlies kind of had a little bit of a step, lead that time. And OJ just finished. Limping a little bit, though.
Grizzlies a 2-point lead. Iguodala gets the screen from Spates. Pick and pop. The rookie bricks one.
See, OJ's, he wants out, too. He's got a little foot issue. See him at the bottom of the screen there, Pete?
Yep. Wow. Grizzlies have already lost Rudy Gay, at least for tonight, or for the immediate future. Darko fouled by Dallin Bear will go to the free throw line. Rudy Gay got poked in the eye, and they're checking to rule out a detached retina before he could return. Watch Michael Yard just twisted an ankle.
But keep an eye on Iguodala. See, he's mad at his teammates. See? Well, he got mad for a second too long. Had to have been on the... Where did OJ get hurt here, Pete? When he landed, maybe?
He might have landed awkwardly. Can't pick it up there because he may have landed. Well, sometimes when you go that high, not that I've ever been able to leap that high, but when you land with a straight leg, there's a little shock to the system. And there you see Drew Graham, who's had a busy night tonight.
We're going to have some extra seats on the airplane going to Houston, huh? Maybe they'll let us sit up in the important guys section.
We may have to play before it's all over.
Now that Rob Fisher's got the health-conscious, heart-healthy workout ready, maybe he can get a little game time.
Darko misses 2 free throws. Grizzlies starting to run out of bodies here. Williams with a spin move. Grizzlies call for time. 5:45 remaining in the fourth quarter. Tie game at 88. Injuries mounting, tensions rising, emotions riding high at FedEx Forum. Grizzlies, one of only 4 home games in the month of March.
Your money, your Grizzlies, together. Open a Grizzlies checking account and get lots of cool Grizzlies stuff. Plus, learn how to get a personalized team jersey. Grizzlies checking, only at First Tennessee.
Basically, it's about symmetry. I'm good.
Be honest here, man.
Fucked it. I'm good.
My bad. I'm good.
I'm the man! I'm good.
Ready? No.
Men can take anything.
I'm good.
Except the taste of Diet Cola. Until now, Pepsi Max, the first Diet Cola for men.
This is good.
Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies take on Houston tomorrow at 6:30 on Sports South.
Well, that's not the sign the Grizzlies fans want to see. O.J. Mayo wrapping that left ankle. He made a couple of awkward landings. There was a circus shot that went over the top of the backboard. This is where he first went down and may have tweaked that ankle because he came down full force on the left ankle. And he was hurting there a little bit. And then when he dunks, he's going to land stiff-legged on the left. And right about there, it's like, guys, I'm coming out. Rob, you got an update? What's happening?
Yeah, you couldn't see it there, but from the bench, they're saying that O.J. did land on somebody's foot, and it just twisted a little bit. Drew Graham was rubbing it up a little bit, and now they put some heat on it on the bench, but should be fine, should be able to return.
One of those take 2 aspirin to it type injuries. I like those.
Gasol down the lane with 2 hands. The delivery by Mike Conley.
You know, Mark put a lot of pressure on that basketball goal. We're out of goals tonight. The pre-game, the Grizzlies warmed up pre-game on a goal that was an inch too short. So the extra goal is being used. So Mark doesn't need to destroy the one we have, or we'll sneak the one that's a little bit short in on the Sixers. They may not know about it.
Marc Gasol with 23. His career high is 27. Did that against Golden State in the first month of the season. Williams against Conley. Thaddeus Young thought about the 3, will drive it, lost it to Quentin Ross. Conley streaking down the floor against Williams. Plays it up and in.
What a great play by Quentin Ross. What a great defensive stand by the Grizzlies inside the paint. Great transition, fast break points. Grizzlies got 14. All the good stats are working Philadelphia's way. It's interesting how the Grizzlies have the lead when you look at attempts. Look at attempts, 80 attempts for the Sixers. Well, something close to that would be, 74. 68 attempts by the Grizzlies.
Okay, let's
see. Watch down at the bottom. Oh, there he goes. That's what he wanted.
So,
yep, boy, had a bad half.
Yeah, he's been all over that ankle. And speaking of a bad night, the 76ers 11 of 19 from the free throw line. And here comes O.J. Mayo.
That's good. He's got the 2 aspirin tape to it. Perfect with the Band-Aid.
Rub a little dirt on it. Greg Buckner to the sideline. So the Grizzlies with Gasol, Mayo, Warwick, Ross, and
girl kiss it over here. Made it all feel all better.
Corey Ventura, our stage manager, celebrating a birthday tomorrow.
27. What did I say? 29. I was close, somewhere around 29.
92-89.
All right, here you go. 5 minutes to go. You got a really good team on the ropes. See if you can finish.
Andre Miller back on the floor. Royale Ivy goes out.
Yeah.
Dallenberg, with a push against Marc Gasol. They clean that up. Foul on Dallenberg is his 4th.
Hey, I don't blame Phil. I mean, I'd push him, tackle him, trip him, because there's no other way right now to stop him. He's 9 for 12 from the field. And Marc Gasol is basically owning the paint. Now, the one thing he has done is gone 1 for 2 in his last 2 free throw line visits.
For the season, just over 70%.
Was short on the other first ones, made the second one. Come on, Mark.
Sixers won the first meeting on February the 11th, 91-87. Iguodala had the key bucket there. Dallenberg out of the ball game, and Ratliff is in. So they exchange one center with 4 fouls for another with 4 fouls.
Grizzlies in the bonus free throws. Still have 1 left foul on the Grizzlies side before the Sixers shoot bonus.
Both teams with plenty of timeouts. That's not an issue at this point. Sixers have lost 7 games by 3 or fewer points. Williams thought about the 3. Iguodala takes, won't make. Miller tries to save and does.
What a great play by Andre Miller.
Williams drives, contact, free throws coming up. Mike Conley with the foul. That's 2 on him.
Mike gets the body into him. There's the contact. Good call by the refs.
Offensive rebounding, a major story for Philadelphia. They are second in the league in that category, 16 tonight. And Williams, a 77%er from the free throw line, good with the first of 2. Sixers have won 4 straight meetings against the Grizzlies and 6 of the last 7. 93-91.
Coach calls a turn play from the bench. Trying to get the 2-man game with OJ and Marc. Watch OJ over the top.
Gasol to the middle. Ross for 3. Nope. Ratliff with the rebound. Grizzlies only 3 of 10 from long range. Sixers 1 of 11. And again, Grizzlies failing to stop the ball, and Miller getting to the front of the rim. Crowd does not like the call as Warwick goes to the deck. Actually, they're calling this on Mike Conley.
Well, let's see if Miller trips on the line or Mike Conley's feet. Yeah.
Yep, Mike's trying to get out of the way and clips him.
Yep, good call.
So you put Andre Miller 83% from the free throw line.
Watch, here's what you call no wasted motion on the free throw. Look at that. Missed it, too. But that's what I like about Andre Miller's free throw. There's not a lot of bending of the knees and spinning the ball around. Everything's very compact. It's like that guy you play against that has a perfect putt, stroke. You just don't understand why he ever misses any, because it's a great stroke. Look at that. Nice and simple. Everything's compact.
That's how you play 507 consecutive games.
Yeah, just if you're going to learn how to shoot free throws, Andre Miller's a good one to watch.
93-92. Conley's pass deflected, stolen, 3-on-1. Iguodala with the finish, and the Sixers grab the lead, 94-93. 30 fast break points for the 76ers. That's an insane amount of fast break points. Grizzlies with 14. That's a good number for a game. The Sixers lighting it up. Conley going to test the middle, down the lane, banked it in, and a new career high for Mike Conley with 27.
Yeah, this is the most Tony Parker-ish game that Mike Conley's ever played. I mean, he really looks a lot like Tony Parker, taking the ball to the rim and finishing.
And Williams drills one, got the screen, and puts the Sixers back in front.
Good basketball game. Actually, pretty good crowd tonight, too. Everybody's seen a good one.
Well, those who could not use their tickets last Saturday night when we had snow on the ground, using it tonight. 14,000 plus. Gasol banging bodies out of the double team. Conley had a look at a moment. 7 to shoot. Crosses over against Williams. It was a good move by Mike to free himself, but could not put it down. And Mike has logged 40 minutes. Same as Iguodala. Williams for 3. No.
He's the difference.
Yep. Just the second three-point strike by the Sixers. Williams with 18. One of 6 Sixers in double figures. Balanced scoring has always been a hallmark of the Sixers. In fact, Iguodala averaging 18 a game. He is the second lowest leading scorer in the NBA, behind Gerald Wallace. They don't do it with big numbers. They do it with a lot of balance. Lou Williams off the bench. Season high is 26, 18 tonight, and Philly up 4.
What is sustainability? It's the foundation of international paper. It's why we partner with organizations worldwide, conserve forest lands, air, water, and soil, and why we sponsor programs like Recycle Memphis. Sustainability, it's what we've been practicing for more than 100 years. International paper, helping sustain a better world for generations.
There goes another shattered watch. That's why I don't do 360 dunks anymore. Anyway, off to the right side of the bus, you're going to see one of the NBA's premier point guards. The Hornets' Chris Paul, or CP3 as the kids like to call him, is one of the most exciting. Gary! The fast break is demonstrated by Chris Paul, ladies and gentlemen. Last season, he led the league with 11.6 assists per game. CP3 can keep this going all night long. How are we doing on gas, Gary?
NBA players enjoy giving back to the community. Utah's Cal Corver delivered coats to help those in need keep warm. Memphis's O.J. Mayo had a great time with kids from a Boys and Girls Club. Houston's Ron Artest threw a special pizza party for kids from a Ronald McDonald House. And I spent the day hosting a special party with families from my local rec center. I'm Chauncey Billups of the Denver Nuggets, the NBA where caring happens.
99-95, Philadelphia in the lead. Mike Conley wearing a mouthpiece for the first time. He really didn't like it. Didn't want to wear it, but he has to after getting a tooth dislodged and fractured Wednesday against the Clippers. Well, Mike, I got news for you. The mouthpiece, it's a keeper. A career high 27 with 8 assists and 4 rebounds for Mike Conley, our Marines.com leaders of the game.
Yeah, what a fantastic game. Of course, guys have to pick up the scoring punch with Rudy Gay out. And Marc Gasol stepped up. Mike Conley stepped up. Grizzlies down 4. Have to find a way to turn this really offensive run by the Sixers coming down the stretch. But I think Mike Conley's a good choice for our Marines.com leaders of the game.
Meanwhile, Ratliff a 5th foul. Gasol to the line. It's been a mixed bag for Marc tonight, 6 of 9, and the Grizzlies need everything they can get tonight. Well, we talked about core players getting 65, and the Grizzlies at 62. Of course, Rudy Gay getting poked in the eye, only 20 minutes, 8 points from him. Did not get the return to the Philadelphia brilliance of Akeem Warwick tonight. Packed so far 9 and 6 rebounds. And the Grizzlies holding their own at the free throw line, but not making enough of a difference. And Marc Gasol with 25, 11 in the quarter. Make it 12 in the quarter, and he's 1 shy of tying his career high. Young and hungry indeed. Grizzlies down a bucket. 2:12 remaining in regulation. Miller. Wow. Andre Miller with 18. So you've got Williams and Miller with 18 apiece. Iguodala with 19. So you have the Grizzlies 4 in double figures, 2 at 20+. But Philadelphia doing it with balanced scoring, trying to stop a 2-game losing streak. Conley against Miller. Good again. 29 for Mike.
Well, it's just a matter of who can stop which team at what time. And right now, the Sixers are trading baskets, but they're trading while being up 2.
High screen for Iguodala. Thaddeus Young. And the Sixers making all the big shots down the stretch. Grizzlies going to rue if the result is not in their favor. 16 turnovers and 30 fast break points by the 76ers. But still time to do something about a 4-point deficit. Gasol, no. Ratliff flops, and Gasol is called for an offensive foul.
Well, the key is, where's Marc trying to go? Oh, no.
Oh, my, wow. That is a horrible call. Marc is going to the side, not through Ratliff, and that is a terrible call.
Well, not only is it a terrible call, but with 1:15 left when you're down 4, that's not the time to try to clean up the paint. That's when it's supposed to get physical in the paint.
103-99. Sixers the lead in the leather with 1:05 remaining. Iguodala. Young just made one. Dodges Ross. Offensive rebound, Iguodala. 17 offensive rebounds now for the 76ers.
And no foul right here because the Grizzlies have 2 timeouts. So the key is to make a stop. There's a second chance opportunity within a minute, though.
Miller. Iguodala for 3. Dagger. And the Grizzlies have to call for time. Down 7.
Pete, this kind of like the game in Philly.
Yeah, very much so. Iguodala, well, he hit the game winner here last year. It was a buzzer beater, 99-97. And Iguodala with 22 tonight, 106-99.
Well, the Grizzlies played Philly tough, physical tough, up in Philadelphia, played them right to the end. Iguodala hit a shot almost from the same spot, a little bit to the left of it. But it was a shot where the Grizzlies couldn't respond from. Now you're down 7, 35.2 left to go. I mean, I really think you got to start trading 3 for 2, and hopefully that the free throws will be missed. You're playing against a team that's, you know, shooting only 62.5%. So the more you put them on the free throw line, the better chance you have. Here's our keys to the game. Need to get any 3 at 65. Basically, it's happened because you're at 66 if you take Conley, Mayo, and Gasol. So that's one of the reasons why the Grizzlies have made up for Rudy Gay not getting to play the second half. Match him at the free throw line. Attempts pretty close, made pretty close, so that's not the difference in the game. Maybe it's a Hack, only 9 points. Probably looking for a Hack to get 16 or so tonight.
Yeah, had 17 against the Clippers, and that was key without Mike Conley on the floor.
But I think you go to paint points, not necessarily the fact that there's only a differential of 2 because you've done so great yourself making paint points, but you've given up 56 also, so it's neutralized an unbelievable paint performance by the Grizzlies.
Gasol. Oh, that dances and drops. New career high for Marc Gasol with 28 and 10 rebounds. And a foul in backcourt, and it will put Iguodala on the line off the Warwick foul. And Iguodala 2 of 4 from the line tonight.
Good foul by Hack. Good quick foul.
New season high with 60 paint points for the Grizzlies. But they have surrendered 56.
Second chance points, I think if you're looking for something, there's 10 points of difference. But when you get within a minute, you cannot allow any second chance points. And the Grizzlies did a good job of forcing a bad shot, but couldn't finish it by getting the rebound.
Well, and when you look at the numbers, this is how Philadelphia wins ball games. They win it with paint points, second chance points, fast break points.
Well, that's because they're athletic.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is if teams can slow the pace down, you can beat Philadelphia. I thought the Grizzlies played well tonight. It coming down to the last minute. Remember, it's 2 points. I said, well, can you make a game of it? Can you hold it on? Grizzlies were actually leading by 2 at that time.
Sixers will get to 500 at 30 and 30. Mayo down the lane, overlays. Gasol tries to tap. Warwick in traffic. Gasol. And Marc Gasol has gone for 30. 108-103, and the Grizzlies foul, and Andre Miller will go to the line where he is 2 of 4. So the Sixers survive a very poor free throw shooting night, 17 for 26 with 2 upcoming by Andre Miller. Sixers will move on from this, and they will take on the rapidly improving Oklahoma City Thunder tomorrow night. Then a 3-game homestand. They're actually going to play a game at the Spectrum, the Wachovia Spectrum, against Chicago, and then they're going to go west. It's their farewell as you look at the Grizzlies' upcoming games, and only one game that's not marked with an @ Grizzlies return home March 16th to take on the Portland Trailblazers. Everything else, we're on the road, folks.
You're at away and you're in when you're home.
Don't forget Chuck Hutton presenting Grizzlies Live tomorrow at 5:30. Miller misses. Grizzlies call their lone remaining timeout. 109-103 the count. 6 o'clock start from Houston. Grizzlies and the Rockets, 4th and final meeting. Grizzlies will ponder how to erase a 6-point deficit in 9.9. We're going to step aside, come right back. Grizzlies NBA basketball is brought to you by FedEx. For the ultimate in reliable shipping, relax. It's FedEx. By First Tennessee, official financial services provider to your Memphis Grizzlies. By International Paper, proud to call Memphis home. By Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Memphis Grizzlies. And by AutoZone. Get in the zone. AutoZone. Well, the Philadelphia 76ers 9.9 away from stopping their 2-game losing streak and hanging on for dear life in the Eastern Conference playoff race. They only got 13 bench points Monday against the Hornets, but their bench has come up huge tonight, 18 by Lou Williams. And Marc Gasol set a career high with 10 assists Wednesday against the Clippers. Another career high tonight with 30 points to go along with 13 rebounds.
You know, we don't get to pick the Philadelphia 76ers Marines.com leaders of the game. But I don't know if I wouldn't go to Lou Williams.
Yeah.
I think he was the difference. The Grizzlies made a run here in the fourth quarter and did a great job of catching up and potentially taking the lead. And Williams hits a 3 and a 2 back-to-back, and he comes up with 18 points on 12 attempts.
Marc Gasol, his 15th double-double. Well, he made 12 field goals in the 2 games in Los Angeles. He's made 11 field goals tonight.
He's played great. You know, logged a lot of minutes. Obviously, back-to-back, you'll probably see more of Darko Milicic. But, you know, it's a good old theory that if you have a horse and he's riding well, you ride him till he drops. And Marc Gasol is going to log 38, almost 39 minutes tonight. And that's a lot of game for a postman.
Well, and a lot of minutes for Mike Conley, still flexing his jaw. The lip maybe a little swollen. Mount guard tonight. 43 minutes, but very productive minutes indeed. 29 and 9. And he did this against Andre Miller. I mean, he didn't do this against
me. I know you're going to say it.
I was going to say Rob Fisher.
You looked right at me, so I went ahead and gave up.
No, I was looking around for Rob. And Mike will add to it. So the Grizzlies with 2 at 30+. Conley with 31. 30 for Gasol. 6.5, 109-105. And Miller fouled immediately by Buckner.
Foul on number 7.
Grizzlies do not have any more timeouts. Sixers have a full and 2 20s, but they're not going to bother with that. Grizzlies with a mammoth 64 points in the paint. And you know, typically an NBA team's going to give you in the mid-40s.
Yep.
When you go 64, it's a season high for the Grizzlies, but defensively, you know, that has been the problem.
17 turnovers, although the Grizzlies did a pretty good job second half with turnovers, but every turnover just about led to a basket.
Miller 3 of 7 from the free throw line.
That won't happen again.
Double-double for him, his 7th, 19 and 10 rebounds, 2 assists shy from his 2nd triple-double of the season. Grizzlies with a quality effort against a quality opponent tonight. They lost Rudy Gay. Got poked in the eye. Buckner going to go long. Intercepted by Ratliff, and that will do it. Now the Grizzlies had a 4-point lead with 5 minutes to play. Could not hold it despite career nights from Mike Conley and Marc Gasol. 30 for Marc Gasol, 31 for Mike Conley. But the Grizzlies could not overcome 18 turnovers, turning into 22 Philadelphia points. We'll come back to FedEx Forum and recap this ball game. Give you the final numbers. Sixers win at 110-105.
We begin by taking you into the action with the San Antonio Spurs, who've been dealing with life on the road.
The Spurs rodeo road trip, 19 days and 8 different cities.
I mean, it's just that time of year where we're going, and it happens to be a rodeo in San Antonio, great state of Texas.
I've heard that when we get back, the smell will be there, so.
We spend more time together, hang out together more. We know how important it is because it's, you know, almost final stretch to the playoffs.
After splitting the first 2 games on the trip, the Spurs charged into Boston for one of their biggest tests of the season. And it would be a tight battle against the defending champs.
Oh, what a pass by Rondo! To KG.
Hey, we didn't screw anything up defensively. They made a couple of shots, and down on the block, you know, they're going to score a little bit there.
But role players like Matt Bonner and Roger Mason Jr. helped lift the Spurs to victory.
Mason's a 3 in the lead. He hit another one! Roger Mason takes big shots and makes them.
It's a good win for us. It's a really good win for us, especially on the road here. But fought back into it and hit some big shots from different guys. So it was a great win for us.
Are you following me? Stop following me.
We'll keep following the Spurs as they won in New Jersey, and again, Bonner was the unlikely hero.
Who hits the big shots? Of course, Matt Bonner.
We need everybody to play. It's a long season, and we need everybody to step up and really play and contribute, and that'll help us down the playoff run with everybody's confidence.
On our way to Toronto, the lovely country of Canada.
The Spurs fell short against the Raptors, but worse news would follow. Manu Ginobili was sidelined with an ankle injury, and though they wrapped up the trip with 2 more wins, they were glad to get home to their loyal fans.
When they come back, the whole town celebrates for the San Antonio Spurs.
Their health issues continued, though, as Tim Duncan sat out with a leg injury alongside Manu. But Tony Parker carried the team for the next 2 games.
Tony wheeling. Oh, boy. My goodness. Clear the lane for it. Tony got it. What a start for number 9.
These 2 wins, back-to-back at home, without 2 of your big 3. 2 high-power teams coming in this building, both of them leaving out here with their tail between their legs.
Tony could only take them so far, as the shorthanded Spurs lost at home to LeBron James and the Cavaliers. But with Duncan back in the lineup and Manu due to follow next week, the team is returning to full strength for the stretch run.
They are a much better team in the second half of the season.
We just want to continue to improve. I think, we're starting to see improvement. We're winning games, and we're still not playing as good as we can, and that's encouraging. So if we continue to make progress, and hopefully by the end of April, when the playoffs start, we'll be full tilt.
Welcome back to NBA Action. Time for this week's instant replay, beginning with a sad week for the Chicago Bulls franchise.
But I miss most of all will be this hardwood floor at the United Center. I thank you so much.
Just weeks after a ceremony in his honor, Johnny Red Kerr, the Bulls' longtime broadcaster and first coach, passed away.
There's so many aspects of Johnny's life. It was just a really heartfelt ceremony that warmed, I think, everybody. He was a big guy with a big life.
The Bulls are also mourning the death of Norm Van Leer, a 3-time All-Star and a leader on their playoff teams of the 1970s. In other news, Cleveland's Ben Wallace will miss 4 to 6 weeks with a broken right leg.
This is where it occurred as he and Yao come together.
Monty in the middle of this zone. You contain your guy. You're on a wing now.
Don Nelson gets win number 1,300.
Golden State's Don Nelson became just the 2nd head coach in NBA history to reach that milestone, joining Lenny Wilkens.
Here comes Stephon Marbury into the game.
Former Knicks Stephon Marbury is back in action after signing with the Celtics. He scored 8 points in his debut.
Marbury to the hoop. That's got to make him feel good.
David West was named Player of the Week in the West after averaging 29 points and 11 rebounds and leading the Hornets to 4 straight wins.
Oh, nice fall-away move by West.
Devin Harris won the honors in the East. He averaged 36 points and became the 2nd player this season with back-to-back games of at least 39.
Down to 3, Harris. Yes!
Oh, Devin Harris.
The best week ever. And our snapshot of the week features President Obama sitting courtside at a Bulls-Wizards game in Washington. Now, let's take a timeout with one of the stars of this year's rookie class, the Memphis Grizzlies' O.J. Mayo.
Let's take a timeout with me, O.J. Mayo.
O.J. for 3. Bingo! Shoots it effortlessly, doesn't he?
I tell you, O.J. Mayo is the real deal.
Y'all looking nice, just ready to shake Mr. Stern's hand.
With the 3rd pick in the 2008 NBA Draft, O.J. Mayo,
favorite moment of my basketball career was shaking David Stern's hand across the stage on draft night.
That is a big-time rookie.
I feel my strengths are, really just competing, playing hard. I feel like that I can shoot the ball pretty well and defend.
O.J. Mayo fires and hits. He's got unlimited range, as we know.
I honestly don't know who people compare my game to, but I think that my game is similar to like a Gilbert Arenas.
Speed dribble, all the way inside, it dances, it drops in.
Well beyond the arc for three. Oh, it's there!
Mayo turns on the Jets and gets to the goal. Showtime! O.J. Mayo.
My favorite player growing up was Magic Johnson.
Magic goes the distance, left hand.
But you can see that the Magic is playing with the heart of a champion.
He had so much fun playing basketball and winning. My favorite dunk of all time, Julius Erving, going from the left side and doing a crazy rock the cradle dunk.
Way rock the baby to sleep and slam dunk. The doctor made a sensational play. The slam, he just puffed in his hand and swung that baby way around.
If I wasn't an NBA player, I'd be a coach.
Hi, we running with this group right here, man. We running.
Because I love the game of basketball, and I still would love to be around the game.
Russ, who guard you? Stay who guard you.
Communication is really important.
Hey, loop two. Loop two. Screen, Q. Good pass, Buck. Way to run, Roy. Way to run.
You need to know what's going on at all times with your teammates, whether it can be communication off the court, but definitely communication on the court.
Oh, nice backdoor cut. I love guys that understand how to set the hook.
It's one of the key things in order to be successful. I believe my role in order to, help the team is to just come in and compete. Just leave it out on the floor, every night, no matter what the circumstances are.
Ice water in the veins from the rookie from USC, O.J. Mayo.
We're back with more of NBA action. Now, let's go back into the action, this time in the Eastern Conference, with Dwight Howard and the Orlando Magic.
We come out tonight, play hard, play aggressive, play together. Pretty good, stand to dominate first quarter, fourth quarter.
As the season began, the Magic were out to establish themselves as one of the top teams in the East, alongside Boston and Cleveland. And they would do just that, getting off to a blazing start.
And Orlando is now 22-6, matching the best 28-game start in franchise history.
And the Orlando Magic improves to 30-8.
The Orlando Magic have the most players represented in the 2009 NBA All-Star Game. Nelson, Lewis, as well as Howard.
Much of their success was fueled by point guard Jameer Nelson, who earned his first All-Star berth.
I think I was more excited when I found out Jameer Nelson made it. I'm happy for him. I think it's well-deserved of him. Even if I didn't make it, as long as he made it, I would have been happy for him.
But for Jameer, the happiness of receiving his All-Star honor gave way to a crushing disappointment just a few days later. In a game against the Dallas Mavericks, he suffered an injury that would knock him out of action.
Word on Jameer Nelson, it is a dislocated right shoulder, and the return is being called doubtful.
We're going to miss Jameer, sure. You don't really replace an all-star, as I said, by just picking up the next guy that's available.
With Anthony Johnson as the backup, Orlando acquired Tyronn Lue to help fill the void, but they split the next 6 games while Nelson underwent season-ending surgery.
Yesterday was perhaps the most significant day of the season for Orlando, and the Magic didn't even play a game.
Alston in his 10th season out of Fresno State is involved in a 3-way trade coming from the Rockets.
The Magic traded for Rafer Alston to stabilize their backcourt and orchestrate their offense.
My job is simple. Be a floor general and really get them the ball and get them going.
With Alston as their new floor leader, the Magic are hoping he can keep them on track to achieve their lofty goals.
He's another point guard that can, run with us and get us into, the offense, very fast. And he does a great job of finding us.
It's a good opportunity going to a team that has a great chance to win it all, and I'm happy to be a part of that.
Now that we're one of the elite teams, other teams are looking at us the same way. They can make a statement by beating us. So we got to come ready to play and give it a full 100%.
We're a pretty good team, but we want to be a great team. And, we're taking those steps to becoming a great team. And we understand that, we got to start from the bottom and we got to work our way to the top.
Time now for more of NBA action. Now, we spotlight a lightning-quick guard who earned the nickname the Brazilian Blur, the Phoenix Suns' Leandro Barbosa.
Barbosa, here he goes, flying up the court, got it. Hey, it's not fair how fast he is.
Look, it's only, I think, about 5 players in the league can do what he just did.
Barbosa, what a pass!
I'm so happy for Barbosa.
Leandro Barbosa has shined as the Suns' 6th man, but it was a long journey to Phoenix. He grew up in São Paulo, Brazil, and is proud of his homeland.
I love this country. Just be from here is really good.
Leandro's success as an athlete gave his community something to cheer about.
My neighborhood was really bad, and everybody knew that I play basketball, that I do sport. One thing that I really love that neighborhood is that they knew who I was, and they knew that I could have a lot of talent. They helped me too, and I never will forget about that.
Barbosa received guidance from his brother Arturo, a first sergeant in the Brazilian military. 21 years separate the brothers, and Arturo called upon his combat training to turn Leandro into a disciplined player.
The first time I see him in the court, Leandro have 5 years. I say for him, come on, man. I want you take the ball, and I want you put the ball there. And Leandro take the ball in your hand, ball, boom, ball, boom, ball, and when Leandro do that, I'm crazy. I'm happy. Understand? Because I see he's very learn very easy. And he saw one thing on myself that was a talent, and every day we always do that. He was with me all the time, trying to teach me for me can be a good player, and I built another dream, and my dream was to come to the NBA.
He achieved his dream as a first-round pick in the 2003 draft, but Barbosa wanted to make sure the dream was real during his first night as a Phoenix Sun.
I said to the manager that I wanted to be there. I don't want to go to hotel. And he said, and where are you going to sleep? In the ground. And he said, you cannot sleep in the ground. I say, I can sleep in the ground. It was worse for me when I was a kid. This is nothing. This is really comfortable and a nice carpet. So I got pillow, turned the TV on and stayed there until the next day. And the guys got there and see me, what are you doing? I say, just having fun, trying to believe that this is true.
He's gone on to become a big part of the Suns' attack, providing explosive offense off the bench.
Look at Barbosa, count it, and stolen by Barbosa. Barbosa to the hole.
Recently against the Thunder, Leandro scored a career-high 41 points.
Jack with the rebound now. He is a rebound away from a double-double, and what a feed to Barbosa. And Barbosa has a season high.
Yeah, Leandro's playing great. He's a magnificent scorer. He's probably one of the fastest guys in the league. He gets a lot of fast break points, a lot of quick points by using his quickness, and he's explosive.
Barbosa, drive the lane, finger roll, good.
I'm really happy right now. My confidence is really high. We have a good team. No one here is selfish, and I think this is really important. And I feel like they are my family, and I think this is good.
Showtime, baby.
That's what we do right here.
Good, let me play it out, please.
Now we give you a courtside seat in Sounds of the Game.
I'm eating, man. Y'all get me later.
That ain't no pizza. And y'all gonna go to the store and get the right kind of pizza. You gotta get some pepperoni and make sure they don't tax y'all on the pizza.
Most stuff about Howard. Understand what we're trying to do. Don't go crazy. But don't be afraid to absorb a couple of hits. And then we'll switch it up. We'll get a timeout, we'll switch it up. So he doesn't know what we're doing.
Dwight.
You see what you want me to say?
Where'd you get that from? He's the only Orlando fan. Man, I came to Orlando to watch you too, man.
Huh?
I came to Orlando to watch you.
I came from Orlando too.
Let me get some.
Before shoot-around, I told you this is the old Pistons. We don't care which Pistons they are. It's all about us, and it's about our pace, and it's about attacking them, and making them uncomfortable.
1, 2, 3.
Come on, man. Work hard.
Let's get us one, y'all. Hard work. 1, 2, 3. Hard work.
How you doing, man? Good to see you, man.
Hey, listen, have fun and let's play hard, all right? Andy, you gotta talk. You gotta talk to him.
I told you, kid, I don't care. I just want you to play loose, okay? Hey, you're a pro. You're out here. Just play. Don't worry about it.
Be aggressive, be yourself, all right?
I don't care how many mistakes you make. I promise you that, okay? But when you go out there, I want you to play with confidence.
Basketball's a simple game, isn't it? You make shots instead of missing them.
Eddie, again, got it.
Great pick. Yeah.
Stop turning it over instead of turning it over.
Red ball, yes, off his leg, yes.
You rebound instead of not rebounding.
And we got to come from the perimeter and help them on the boards too.
That's what you do to win. So good job. We're doing it right now.
Welcome back to NBA Action. Now it's time for the top 10 plays of the week in our courtside countdown. At number 10 is the Wizards' Andre Blatch with this sweet dish.
Nice pass for McGee.
Flips it behind his back to JaVale, and he flushes it with two hands.
Checking in at number 9 is Bulls rookie Derrick Rose going to the reverse.
And there's Rose with an acrobatic move. That's just pure athleticism right there. Nice hang time. Nice little up and under.
At 8, J.J. Hickson is the new kid on the block in Cleveland.
Belted by Hickson.
Get that big stuff out of here.
His quickness off the floor is crazy.
At number 7, the Thunder start the break, and Russell Westbrook is there for the finish.
There's the aforementioned Westbrook with a ferocious dunk and a foul on Dallas.
At 6, the Suns combo of Leandro Barbosa and Jason Richardson.
What a pass by Barbosa, and finished off by Jason Richardson.
Coming in at number 5, Joe Johnson has his flight canceled by Dwayne Wade.
Wade went up there to get him.
Comfortable block by Dwayne Wade.
In at number 4, it's Charlie Villanueva with the steal and some style.
Whoa, Wade, fancy move and a dunk after getting the steal.
That's a heck of a play. The explosiveness to the basket and avoiding the defender by going behind his back.
At 3, once again, it's Jason Richardson going to the spinning one-hander.
Richardson foul, and it goes! Jason Richardson with a circle shot and a chance for a three-point play.
At 2 is the Bobcats' Gerald Wallace rising up to convert the alley-oop.
Wallace, oh, what a dunk with the right hand, reaching from behind. Oh, boy, Sabu Salah's here from the crowd in Sacramento. That was impressive.
And at number 1 is this play from a high-flying Hawk, Josh Smith.
How did he do that?
That's our show for this week. I'm Ian Eagle for NBA Action. See you next